right, so my first thing on the schedule is cold open.
Oh, what do you got for us?
Nothing. I told you it's a free-form schedule, man.
All right. So I feel like this cold open should be about Caleb's need to schedule everything.
Yeah.
It's a good, helpful thing. You should see my spreadsheet based on all the episodes we've ever recorded and everything about them.
Goodness.
Oh my God.
It's got what game we did. It's got what ad we did. A notes column where I say, Brody said this offensive thing if he ever wrongs me in the future.
No!
Oh, fucking blackmail, really?
Yeah, that's my blackmail column.
One of 73.
Yeah, guess what, Zach? You got 300 spots that I could blackmail you from.
I'm aware. I give them too freely.
All I can say is that Combo Clancy is blackmail central.
Yes.
He's a black male? I always thought he was white.
That's a good joke, Brody, because he's absolutely white as heck.
Definitely.
He took a 23 in me and now he hates himself.
He found out he was 50% South African and started to have a midlife crisis.
Mm-hmm.
And started running through a forest. It's all full circle.
And then he got shot.
Yeah.
Stuart, you weren't here for the last episode. Combo Clancy got shot in a forest.
Like shot dead?
No, he went to a genital hospital and got
General Hospital.
You missed out on a lot, bud.
Yeah.
Welcome to our show.
I have not listened to like your last 8 episodes, I don't think. Because Brody's got me on this kick of listening to audiobooks. It just takes all of my time.
You're reading?
It's like reading while I'm driving and stuff, so it's super helpful.
Apparently you can do that. Zach was telling me a story about one of his exes.
Who read like books while driving?
Like full-on news articles or I don't know.
On her phone and would
Yeah.
just hold it and scroll through as she's driving.
You've heard of texting and driving, but this was a new level. And
That's crazy.
the relationship was so fresh, I didn't have the heart to be like, what the fuck are you doing? And it didn't last too long after that. I don't know. Those oopsie moments, right? You're like, ugh, I don't know if I can stomach that.
What do they call that? The kids call it the ick. That's your ick. It's reading articles while driving, right?
And like, I guess we're not talking about how the fact that like we barely talked on the drive.
Well, do you know what would be really annoying while I'm trying to read an article? Someone trying to talk to me. So I kind of understand where she's coming
Or
from.
wait, Brody, or like other cars trying to like drive around.
Yeah,
You know, that's
yeah.
really freaking annoying, man.
Yeah. But I could handle that. I can't handle the yapping some dude's trying to do while I'm reading about Paris Hilton. Bug off, dude.
I'm just trying to have sex with him on the beach and he's just talking about something and
He
like
said something about your eyes being as blue as the ocean or some shit. I don't care, though. It was ick.
But did you read this? A family died in a fire, I think. I don't know what kind of article she was reading. If they were very morbid, that would take it to a different level.
Yeah, it was actually about car crash statistics, interestingly enough.
And she was just grinning the whole time.
Yeah. That's a flex.
Giving me side eye every once in a while.
Welcome back to Anime Not Be. We've missed you desperately. It feels like it's been 1, maybe even 2 weeks, and that hurts.
Closer to 2.
That hurts. So we're so glad to see you back listening to us with your ears. I'm Brody Morden. It's 50 episodes, baby. It's a good time for all. So get ready for some fun. I think Caleb's got some stuff set up for us, similar to one of our previous episodes. Was that episode 25?
It was another milestone.
Ooh, look at that. We're doing them in 25 installments, so wait for 75 when we're still doing
this was too much work, dude.
We're Canadian, guys. It's a kilometer stone.
I love me some anime, and I'm going to pass it on to our other co-host.
I'm Caleb Morden. I hate anime. And Brody, why did you say you were offended that the people only come back every 2 weeks? We only present ourselves every 2 weeks.
I don't think I said it. I was offended. I said I was.
You said you were hurt.
The heart of separation, Caleb.
Yeah, I was missing them. Caleb, I just need you to understand that they're my beautiful baby listeners. You're my beautiful baby listeners, aren't you? I'm sorry for your ears right now.
This is the ASMR episode where we treat you like a baby. So Gucci.
So Gucci got it?
Please don't pee on me today.
And I'm Jonathan Baggin, and I'm a deputy for the sheriff's department.
Thank you, Jonathan, for coming to speak with us today. You have a statement?
You can refer to me as Deputy Baggins.
Sorry, Deputy Baggins.
No, I think it's Deputy Baggin. Brody.
And ever since...
Deputy Baggin has a voice crack, man. I like this character trait of him. He's a little nervous.
He's 17.
Yeah, 17? He's 17. He's a deputy early on, man.
Yeah.
So I was the one that found Combo in the cornfield, and he would not put down his weapon, so I did have to discharge my firearm. Unfortunately, I did clip him in the genitals, which is why we had to air vac him to the genital hospital.
Stupid, I love it.
But he is in stable condition now. We're just waiting for him to wake up so we can charge him with misdemeanor racism.
I'm hearing reports, people are saying that they're worried about his genitals becoming bionic after this.
There is a chance, yes.
They're saying that he might be too powerful and that women won't be able to resist. What do you have to say?
Well, I can't say much about his appeal, but there is talk of installing a peat stank emitter into his armpits, which could make him a supervillain.
It would make him unstoppable.
There's,
You clipped him in the genitals. Why are they touching his armpits?
He's got really good insurance. I guess, sometimes when women get shot in the tit, they get a nice boob job.
Yeah, but you don't give them a knee replacement.
Well, you don't ask. You never know.
I'm a deputy, not a doctor.
I'm a 17-year-old deputy.
I like how Zach's characters have become so meta that he invented a character that murdered his other character almost.
It's the Brown Cinematic Universe.
I can't wait to be able to find a character I can root for in it.
Yeah. None of them so far, man.
Deputy Baggin isn't bad.
His name is Teabaggin.
And he also shot somebody in a forest.
In the nuts for some reason.
Well, Combo was carrying a Confederate flag with a pokey bit on the end, and he would not put it down. So.
Oh. Well, that changes everything. Thank you for the info and insight into what's happening with Combo.
You're welcome.
So, Stuart, you got to introduce yourself, and then I'm going to do something here.
Okay, I'm Stuart.
Oh, that was long-winded. I'm sorry, Stuart.
That's all right. I'm Stuart. I'm one of the editors. I'm also here for the 50th anniversary or whatever we're doing.
Every episode we record feels like an anniversary of the first time we recorded. I know what he's saying.
Yeah.
It's
very
special.
fair.
Yeah.
So I've got a few things prepared for today, guys.
Oh.
We're going to do a little bit of flashback to our old episodes where we can look back and reminisce on the things that we've done. I got a few games that we've prepared, and we're just going to chat about some stuff in the proud attitude that we have about this show. We love this show, and I love doing it, and let's praise it a little bit today,
Yeah. So this is just a big dick stroking day, yeah?
Exactly. And something I want to start with was something very close to the intro topic. Yeah. There was the world of Zach Brown, okay? And all the different characters he's generated in the beginning of the episodes, okay?
Oh, no.
Zach, introduce yourself, motherfucker!
And my name is Zachary Daniel Fitzgerald. And I had to change my name and flee the country, but I'm back.
My name is Chesterfield Armoire Davenport III.
My name's Johnny Smith Speedy Feet. I'm here to fuck around with the president's wife. And I'm a Borat, and I really like enemy.
Nuts. Got him.
So classic. I'm Zachary Lethargic Brown. And as always, I'm your favorite fan of that original thought, Simba. Zachary.
Oh, yeah.
My name's Zach.
Zach Bizzle.
Yep, Cannon, that's his name, Zach Bizzle.
That's his stage name, Brody. It's his business name.
It's
You
Zach
got a little
Bizzle
jizzle for
because
Zach
he-
Bizzle? Yo, what up? I'm Eastside Pony. I just got into racing. Let's just say I'm a bad boy. Because I don't break the rules. I bend the rules. And then I drift around those bends. My name's Jeffrey Epstein, and I didn't do it.
No.
Alright, well, my name is Leaf Twigglebottom, and I'm here to dissect everything that these little boys say.
Oh, shit.
I'm Sony LG Samsung.
Oh, wow. You must have a lot of royalties.
I was made in a lab.
Well, my name's Vania Castle, and I'm about to get real up into this bloody vampire mess. And my name is Keyboardy Mouse-ish, and I infect your
Alright, now he just
computers
looks around
with
the room.
viruses.
Yeah, this is giving me vibes of the beginning of the series when I would be like, I'm a fan of a cow.
Okay, all right. My name's Jacob Smith, and guess what? My granny is sour. I'm Zachary Tobias Muscus Brown.
They'll never find him. They will never find him.
Those middle names will confuse any search engine.
I'm Zachary. I'm a lizard man. I'm gonna eat your kids.
My name's Zachary Brown, and let's just say there's a little bit of chicken fried. A cold beer on a Friday night. Okay, no, can't do it. I'm Slurpin' Magooch. And I am the second Caleb.
Oh no.
I'm gonna steal your wife.
Oh shoot.
Zach, you always do this. What's your fucking name, man?
And my name is Tobias Greenfield. And I'm Johnny Banana. Chief Longcock. I'm Zachariah Webb. I'm Gerald Vacuum, and I'm an afterthought. Osprey Lynn Asparagus. This Jalapeno Slim. Dr. Eve. Boy, on E. Jackman. And I'm Bill Murray. Something Montoya.
It's not.
My name is Combo Clancy. My name is Zachary Brown. I hate my name, dude. Okay, my name's Zach Brown this week.
Oh,
Hey, you nailed it.
Oh, I got chills.
Yeah.
Just this week,
Turns
though.
out I did the work. I put in the time. I feel like I got to be myself this week.
Oh, yeah, baby. The person we love the most is when you're yourself. Oh, that was beautiful.
I was reminiscing on that. All your characters. Zach.
Oh my cringe buddy.
Oh,
I thought you'd be touched, not
What is
cringe.
wrong with me?
don't think
Some
that's
of those
cringe.
are
That's beautiful.
so good, though.
What's your favorite, Stuart?
Oh, I don't know. Chesterfield Armoire Davenport.
Davenport the
Third.
third, yeah.
LG, Samsung, whatever.
Sony, LG, Samsung, yeah.
And then I was made in a lab for some reason gets me. It just feels like that's a part. Obviously, I was made in a lab, dude.
When was I a lizard man? Why
It
did
was
I
during
do
one
that?
of our spooktaculars. We were all being
Yeah.
like ghosts and stuff, and you're like, and I'm Zachary, and I'm a lizard man, and I'm gonna eat your kids.
Oh, made me smile good, man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I love
buddy.
reminiscing. It's so cool to hear them all back to back because you don't realize how much you've truly done that over the. It's
Yeah.
been since like I had to go back to episode like 11. You started it a long time ago, man. And like we got mad at it for a while, and you were like, "Okay, I'm Zach Brown," and then you doubled down and went a lot harder on the names and started. You could tell you started thinking about them ahead of time and writing down character names to bring to us. I'm Gerald Vacuum, and I'm an afterthought.
Because you guys introduced like the whole show and like what we were doing, and then it's like, I'm here too. I'm an afterthought.
But now Deputy Baggins is added to that list now, so
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Oh, and it's beautiful to hear Combo being born there, too.
Yeah.
Really.
I was surprised. Yeah, I
The
like
very
that.
first thing Combo says is he's a fan of pretzels with cheese in them, and I never realized For the longest time,
Us
that combo
combos.
came, from the snack, the combos. I thought it was just a name he made up out of nowhere, but he had a bag of combos on his desk, and that's what he started with.
Wait, do we have those in Canada?
Well, they're tough to find, as I got them on the reserve. And to think, if I wasn't feeling snackish when I went to the reserve, he may have never been born.
Holy fuck.
Combo, for all of you listening, is a character Zach created that is an old white balding dude who says some borderline racist things.
Wait. Why does he have to be balding? What's that about?
Zach said it at one point.
Like, when you hate as hard as Combo, the hair just starts to go. It's a lot of internal stress, a lot of,
Yeah, so if you ever hear Combo Clancy come out of his little cave and we let him stay on here, it's because he's kind of, it's a caricature of those old white racist dudes, So it's a fun time. But the very first time he came up, Zach brought up the fact that he was Tom Clancy's uncle.
Yeah. It's rarely brought up again, too.
It's never brought up again. That's why I'm bringing it back up. It's ridiculous.
For some reason, that's always... that's never left my mind of, a part of his story. It just it hasn't been pertinent at all for any of his adventures of just saying terrible shit and then raising a dog to say terrible shit.
He is the type of man that wouldn't want to, indulge in other people's successes. So, it was a one-off, and then he just doesn't, he doesn't want to bring it up because he himself...
What a man.
He's on Social Security and...
I actually don't know, but Tom Clancy's probably an old white guy as well, right? So
I'm
it
certain
kinda
Tom
makes
Clancy's
sense.
dead, isn't he?
What? There's no
He's a
way.
really old school author, is he not?
No.
He's still making video games.
He's still making
It's
books.
not him making the video games, Zach.
Oh, yeah. He died 10 years ago.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
In all fairness...
Oh, he died at 66.
Yeah, he was born in 1947, so...
Yeah, so he's not that old. But can I just say Combo Clancy could not be his uncle?
Why
I
not?
don't think.
Why not?
The age feels wrong.
I'm sorry, some people have weird families and their uncles are actually younger than their
Whoa,
nephews.
you're right.
Oh my god.
Combo's younger than Tom?
Or he's a time traveler, which explains his racism. He's just from a different time,
Maybe he
guys.
is Tom Clancy. He's just trying to keep it under wraps.
And Tom Clancy died 10 years ago, but Combo Clancy surfaced. Wait, when was that? 10 years ago. Oh, shoot.
Holy.
Damn.
Backstory. But I put some things into compilations this episode, and I was compiling a list of all of Combo's greatest hits, and then I realized it was 7 minutes of extremely racist remarks, and I decided to not include it on this episode.
How is that possible? He was started less than a year ago, no?
He was started on episode 41, so less than 10 episodes ago,
And you
he's
have
got
7 minutes?
much. It's more, I've uncut, it's 20 minutes of Combo talk,
Oh,
man.
my goodness.
He's such a prominent character in this podcast that I
That's
feel like we
not
have to
good.
justify it.
That's not good.
You guys got to keep a tighter leash on me, man.
Holy.
All right, moving on real quick. So there's another bit that we consistently would do in the introductions. Can you guys put your finger on what it would be?
Brody as a lawyer.
Yeah, I think you might have nailed it.
Hey.
You guys want to hear Brody's adventures as an
God.
esquire?
Yes.
I'm one of your humble hosts, Brody Esquire Morden.
I don't think you can just claim to be
I
a
call
lawyer
bullshit.
here, Brody.
My name is Brody Esquire Morden. That's canon now until someone tells me otherwise.
It's probably going to be a lawyer who tells you otherwise. You're going to go to jail, bud.
Bring it. My name is Brody Esquire Morden. Not a lawyer, but a fan of anime.
And a fan of law. This is the
Yep.
third episode.
And breaking them.
Oh, how are you a lawyer?
My name is Brody Esquire Morden. Don't fact check that. I like anime.
You know, eventually, if we ever get a Wikipedia page, Brody, it's gonna say Brody Esquire Morden, and you're gonna get
Is that the
trouble.
goal?
My name is Brody Esquire Morden. I am in school to become it, so it's happening.
You're not.
We'll just, you're right, I'm not. That was, again, a lie.
You can't keep lying about it.
My name is Brody Esquire Morden. I got my license while we've been gone. I was very in tune with the Amber Heard trial. But
You were her
nothing,
lawyer.
I just want to say
That's
I
why
had
she
nothing
lost.
to do with it. I just watched a lot of YouTube.
like lawyers do.
This sounds like I'm kidding, but I've been held captive by a bunch of rogue lawyers. They were unhappy with my calling myself an esquire. I didn't realize that not only is it illegal, but they take huge offense to it, and they've been tickling my feet for the last 3 days, and not feeding me or giving me water, and the only torture is tickling my feet, and it's strange because I'm not very ticklish, but they keep trying. I'm terrified. So please listen to all the episodes. Any of the versions, just listen to them. We're not going to get a cent. No, these freaking lawyers. These freaking lawyers, man. But like, this is a lot. They're coming back. They're coming back.
Hey, you fake lawyer bitch. What you gonna do? Make them listen to multiple episodes? Just like we asked. I'm a lawyer. Objection. Objection.
All right. I'm Brody Morden. I'm free from my imprisonment with lawyers.
Congratulations.
Thanks. It was a troubled experience. I'm Brody Morden, your humble host who loves anime. I realized recently that saying Esquire actually isn't okay, so I'm now going to be saying Esquire. So my name is Brody Esquire Morden.
Zach, Brody's doing a radio voice, you notice?
I don't know what that's about.
Do you like it?
Do you think the lawyers got to him hard and said
Yeah, I don't know if this is Brody.
Oh shit.
I'm one of your three hosts. My name is Brody Morden.
It is.
Yeah, true. We're going true today. My name is Brody Morden. Brody freaking Morden. Anyways, I'm Brody Morden. My name is Brody Morden. I am one of your hosts, Brody Morden.
I'm Brody Morden. Esquire.
I don't know what's wrong with Brody right now, but we'll figure it out.
I'm Brody Esquire Morden. Shh, don't tell anyone.
So there's your journey as a squire.
Oh, God.
Or as an esquire.
I forgot about the intervention and the feet tickling.
The captivity with lawyers, man. And then for a while there, he just said Brody Morden. And then 15 episodes after his captivity is when he was like, Brody Esquire Morden. Shh, don't tell anyone. So he's a secret lawyer now. That's what I have chosen to believe based on that.
Hey, you fake lawyer bitch.
Batman fights crime at night a certain way. I do it a different way.
You're like Daredevil, except your secret personality is the lawyer.
Yeah,
That's his normal personality.
A much more boring comic.
Yeah.
But at night, I put on a suit.
Yeah. Normal man during the day, puts some glasses on at night.
Pro bono. You know.
Kid's reading it in the comic shop. He's like, what the fuck is this?
And there's just a bunch of shots of you being, objection.
Entire page. Just, objection.
Brody, I'm surprised that when we do the games where we do court trials, you don't go as Brody Esquire Morden. You create a fake lawyer character. Why can't you just go as yourself, if you are a lawyer?
Okay, let me ask you this. Would Bruce Wayne go to a Halloween party as Batman?
That would be ballin' because nobody would ever suspect it.
Or they would. They'd be like, wow, Bruce, you look exactly like Batman.
Yeah, why is your costume super highly technologically advanced and $10,000?
I'm rich. Oh,
yeah, I'm rich, bitch. Yeah.
I rented this off Batman himself.
What bits have you done in the beginning there,
Yeah,
Caleb?
you know what? I have done none, and it made me kind of sad looking back. I just say I hate anime and move on.
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, what's the guy from Ozark? What's his name? Nathan?
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of really funny movies, Caleb. A lot of really funny movies. Jason Bateman isn't funny.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Jason Bateman's the straight man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be there to be like, hey, your quirkiness is strange and confusing. And we appreciate that of you.
So what's Stuart doing here?
What?
He's even straighter than me.
Stuart's the cool dude. I'm sorry, Caleb.
Oh, right. He's the cool guy who sits in the corner. That's why he's wearing those weird sunglasses today. I was wondering.
He's the one who silently judges us, but we want him to approve of us the most.
If
Cool
he's
kid.
Jason Bateman, can I be Charlie Day?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, can I be Jennifer Aniston, Zach? You know what that means, right?
I'm going to jump up and down on your butt.
What's this movie?
Horrible Boss. Oh, you looking it up right now? It's Horrible Bosses.
This is a bit.
He looks actually confused.
That's just my go-to face, though.
Oh, okay. He's got resting confused face.
Life's gonna be hard, buddy.
It's been so hard and quite confusing.
So, I wanted to start off a little discussion in today's episode because we talked about Combo Clancy a little bit. I've got written down some of my favorite recurring characters that we have, and I want to see what you guys think about them. And I want to see if Stuart even recognizes them as a casual listener of the show and occasional editor.
Right.
So I want Stuart to jump in first and see if he knows any of these characters, and then we can do a little bit of a discussion, okay?
Okay. Zip.
First thing I've got written down, Gary the pizza delivery guy. You know that one, Stuart?
I believe so.
Do you know his origin?
I believe Gary the pizza delivery guy. He's not the one who smells really good, right? That's
No.
a different guy?
He loves the guy who smells really good.
Oh, okay. But didn't Gary also get like hit by a car or something, but then found out he was indestructible?
Whoa, Gary!
Because he worked for the pizza place that was My Hero Academia, right?
Yes.
That's the episode it was from?
It was called All for One Pizza Place.
Right.
And so he ate the pizza that gave him superpowers.
Yeah.
And he's also this weird surfer / skater personality that Brody plays, and he's like super powerful. But after that episode, kind of forgot that he's a super powered being because he's just in love with this other dude.
It hasn't, like, similar to the fact that Combo Clancy is the uncle of Tom Clancy, it hasn't needed
come
to.
up.
Like, most of the situations are, like, romantic, and I'm not going to be like, hey, babe, how's it going? Check on me punching a hole through this wall.
That'd be cool, though. It's a move, man.
Red flag.
A little bit.
Brody, can you give us a taste of the character voice
Oh,
for Gary
fuck.
the Pizza
I don't
Delivery
even
guy?
remember. It's been
He's
a
your
minute.
hardcore surfer guy.
Gary the pizza delivery dude got hit by a freaking bus because, you know, I'm strong as fuck and, like, I don't even care because I work for All Might and stuff, and his hair is in, like, the pizza, so if you eat here, you get, like, super fucking strong. Just like me.
Is it the only place you ask for hair in your pizza?
Exactly.
Yeah, like, it's a service we offer, but only if you ask for it.
And only if you clean up a beach.
All right, speaking of Gary the Pizza Delivery guy, he went on to be a recurring character, and we used him so much in the next, like, 5 or 6 episodes that we kind of dropped him from existence after episode, like, 30, probably. He was gone. But one of the first recurrences was on a dating show where him and another dude had to go head-to-head trying to win the respect of a woman. My southern girl voice, it was weird.
I love her.
Wasn't Crystal with a K.
No,
Kimmy.
it's Kimmy with a Z. Crystal with a K.
Crystal with a K.
Gary the Pizza Delivery guy went on to that dating show against his competitor. Do you guys remember what that... Stuart already referenced him, but Stuart, do you remember what his name was?
I don't remember his full name. It was Pete, though, right?
Yeah, it's Michigan Pete.
Michigan Pete.
And his whole thing was that he had 4 arms and a very heavy backpack that carried whatever he needed, but he needed 2 of his 4 arms to hold the backpack up. So he essentially had normal arms, but just one set was preoccupied.
So how did the stink get involved?
That was it was a random character generation, and his glorious stink was one of his roles as well, where he smelt so good with his pheromones that everybody wanted to be with him, and Brody, as Gary the Pizza Delivery guy, shifted his focus entirely onto Michigan.
I'm sorry, you said anyone.
Yeah, I know. I didn't expect it, but the girl was very jealous because, you know.
Because you
I'm
know.
just trying to go with your rules, dude.
Zach, do you remember what happened in that scene?
Yeah, it was traumatic. I've never had Brody flirt with me so hard.
I honestly forget what happened.
Brody was flirting with me. I locked him out of the room. And then as I'm flirting with the girl, you appeared in my backpack. And I unzipped yourself and started talking some more. I had the realization that I must be in hell.
Yeah. And that's how the game ended. And he was like, is this hell? And then from there on, we brought Michigan Pete back to a dealership with Pringles, where he infused his stench with Pringles cans so that he would be more inclined to buy Pringles, I guess, because they smelled so good.
We did that as a cold open, too, didn't we?
Yeah, that was a cold open.
Which is rare that we do a character bit in a cold open.
I know. And anytime Michigan Pete has come up, Zach literally doesn't have a character voice for Michigan Pete, but he's such a recurring character character, and every time Zach's just like, I hate this character. Why are we bringing him back? It's Zach's character, and we bring him back, and Zach hates it.
I was not part of the creation process. I rolled a dice and got what I got.
And then got tortured for it. So Michigan Pete's a classic, and I love it. All right, next in line was Combo Clancy. We already discussed him a little bit, but after that, Carlos Boy Cop. Do you remember Carlos Boy Cop?
He's my favorite.
Yes. So this is the problem with Carlos, is in my head, he sounds so good. And then when I hear it back, every inch of my body cringes and I sweat profusely. So
it's great, man. I love the character voice.
Carlos Boy Cop.
I think I edited that episode, I'm pretty sure, where he was created.
Yeah, I think so.
It was the writer's room one, I think, and your one was the secrets of Timothy's basement or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that wasn't even the wild one, because that was also the episode where Zach pitched like two boys,
the boy and his magic wand.
The boy and his wand or whatever.
Yeah.
And implied that like a boy had such a large penis that his brother had to help him cast spells with it or something.
Yep. And Carlos Boy Cop was kind of a side character, because that's not that extreme compared to two brothers using a penis wand. So I don't know where that came from. But Carlos Boy Cop's a little kid, right? But he's got a deep voice because of his long history of smoking.
Yeah.
And he deals drugs on the play, or he busts drug deals on the playground, I think, or something like that.
The Adventures of Timothy's Basement, or whatever it was called, was him going down like this like bunker-esque basement, defeating all of these like drug kingpins in his local school.
Timothy was selling counterfeit Pez, I think.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
But then you found out that like he was running this ring and that Timothy didn't even exist. Like he was just some sort of like...
It's like a shell corp.
I like that sounds like a good fucking show.
It kind of does.
With a 12-year-old with that voice. Yeah. Like, flicking cigarettes.
He's got like, I envision him with a BB gun and like a very small freaking like duster coat or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah.
And he's on the case. Like he's got a tie on, but it's not tight. It's like loosely put on, kind of like a Constantine ass looking little Spanish kid.
Yeah, he's like looking off into the distance really intensely, like as a monologue's happening, and slowly he raises a sandwich to his mouth and the crust's cut off.
Yeah.
It's an uncrustable frozen one that he's toasted or whatever.
He's just looking off into like the sunrise, and he's like, "Why is Earth so shitty all the time?"
And he's sucking on a ring pop.
And also, why the homework? You know, because he is a child.
Anyway, but he came back later. Do you remember? He got kidnapped by one of my characters as part of the cloning process, and we had to determine who was who.
Oh,
and you made an aged Carlos Boy Cop who lost his accent and had a nice family.
Well, I think it's because
you thought the accent was offensive.
Yeah, and I still kind of do.
I get it. Yeah.
I want you to keep doing it, please.
Like, it's one of those things that doing it gives me joy. Hearing it and thinking about others having to hear it does not.
Fuck 'em.
All right, next character. It's Dracula. Do you know who that is, Stuart?
It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
It's a product. It's a product owner.
Yeah, he owns a specific product that we bring back once a year.
Does he own Bloodbag Bob's?
He does.
So Bloodbag Bob's isn't owned by someone named Bob?
That's the joke. It's stupid. It's owned by Dracula, and and Zach plays Dracula. Do you want to do a hit of that voice, Zach?
Oh, on the spot. Oh,
yeah, right. It's harder.
Hello, children. Welcome back to Bloodbag Bob's.
It's so good, man.
So he's like Dracula mixed with a car salesman.
Basically, yeah.
That's the kind of vibes that you get. That's a really good description of him.
Only an idiot gets high on his own supply.
Yeah, that is a quotable line from him. Yep.
Also, another quotable line from him. Do you remember, Zach? It's one of your favorite lines you've ever said in this podcast.
Oh yeah, Brody keyed me up.
Yeah,
he's like, I was looking for some blood on the webs there,
the World Wide Web or whatever. Yeah.
It's like, my sister's company.
But Dracula's he's always popping up here and there whenever Zach wants to make that voice. He's in other ads just randomly as a guest expert. Like we had another blood related product recently, I think. No, it was the Yulf. I think he showed up in the Yulf commercial for You Only Live Forever is what that product is. And so he was selling his blood to get Yulf because he collects the blood, but he doesn't use it himself, you know? So
Yulf.
Yeah.
Such an awful name.
Yeah. It was an awful product too, but it's whatever.
It's for rich people to live forever, and then they can survive past the heat death of the universe. That was what that was about.
Oh, existential crisis.
Okay, I'm wondering, do you have any characters that you've done, Caleb?
Yeah, I'm about to get onto one.
Okay.
And this one is a pretty recent character that came back. It's Kimmy with a Z.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't recognize this.
She's the recurring character on the show that we do called Love Boy Island, where she dates a bunch of absolute weirdos who have secret roles.
Can I just say, Kimmy with a Z is an absolute weirdo herself.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
She is
The
a
things
little
that
off-putting.
gets her engines revving are strange.
Like you were an old pirate man in the last episode of that, and I was like, oh, he's so hot.
Yeah. And I was a dude obsessed with my mom, and you were just obsessed with it, thinking that I was in love with you heavily for some reason.
She's kind of like self-centered. She doesn't really think about anything else, very superficial. And she insists that you call her Kimmy with a Z. You can't
Which
call her
makes
Kimmy.
no sense.
Her name is Kimmy with a Z.
That's on her birth certificate, eh?
Yeah.
Kimmy with a Z, Margaret Thatcher, right?
She also, whenever, I don't know if you've noticed this, Brody, but whenever she uses normal turns of phrases, she always screws them up. I've made that a common thing with her. So
On purpose?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wrote scripts for her that's like, oh, I love cozying up by candlefire and stuff like that. Like, I always screw up. I like warm walks on cold beaches. Like, I always say stupid things that make no sense.
I just always thought it's because Kimmy with a Z is an idiot.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So that's my character. I also pitch up her voice whenever I play that character because I try to go, hey guys, and like that, but pitching it up just adds
Speaking
an
of
extra
pitching
flavor.
up your voice, another reoccurring character of yours is the alien dude.
Yep, Carlisle Replicat.
Yeah.
I've got that guy written down somewhere.
Sorry, what?
He's an alien dude in a game where it's clones, and one of the clones is always defective, and I'm trying to figure out which one was the original and which one's the clone. And he is a dude who will pop up as the clone creator. His name's Carlisle Replicat.
Can I be 100% honest about Carlisle? I understand about 50% of what Carlisle says.
It's a thick modulation.
Yeah.
I edited that modulator so much too, by the way, to try to make it more audible, but it's poor. Let me just
tricky.
tell you. Let me show you, Stuart. This is Carlisle Replicat's voice.
Hello, I am Carlisle Replicat.
You had that loaded up. I see how it is.
So he's kind of hard to understand, and when he's setting up the game and reading out a full script, it's pretty difficult. And he's essentially got no character role other than to judge everybody for making bad characters. So,
So that's Caleb's still.
on point. On point. Yeah.
Do you know another one of my recurring characters that I'm actually very proud of?
My favorite,
Yeah, go for it.
Jerry the Junkman Jenkins.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
Also known as Gary the Junkman Jenkins. And sometimes it's Jerry and sometimes it's Gary, and I just forget.
Okay, so I think that the thing about that is both Gary and Jerry can be spelt the same way.
Exactly.
So in that sense, maybe he just says it the way it's spelled.
Right.
He never had parents. He just has his birth certificate. So
And he's
doesn't
like, I
know
could be
himself.
Gary or Jerry.
I have no idea, man. Stuart, do you know where Gary the Junkman Jenkins came from?
From the Halloween episode? Or was
Nope,
it
that was
before
his second appearance, yeah. He was in the Sentence game,
Right.
one of Brody's favorite games.
Impossible to play.
Birdie gave birth to the idea of him
Mm-hmm.
by saying he ate the cat.
Gave him some
Yep.
spice.
But like he wasn't like a full character in that.
No, he was a
game,
homeless
right?
man that I invented the name of, and
Right.
that was the original sentence, and then the Sentence game, we just pick up on each other's sentences. And Brody decided
Yeah.
to, like, he was done with this game, So there was a cat in an alleyway. We picked it up and we were playing with it. Brody's just like, no, he ate the cat. And then, so from then on, Gary was a cat eater. And I added the twist that he didn't want to be a cat eater and that some unknown god forces were making him crave cats.
Wasn't that the first court episode?
It was the first court case, Gary the Junk Man. We were trying to prove whether he had stopped eating cats at this point or not. Yeah. So
the court episodes are a lot of fun.
I eat the cat.
Yeah. You want to speed run a couple characters here?
Sure.
How many more characters do we have?
We have quite a few, man. I'm enjoying this discussion though, so I don't mind this going on. This episode's going to be long for all you listeners because we're reminiscing. We're talking about stuff.
We'll be back to your regularly scheduled programming next week.
This is a good point to actually jump on, kind of like understand all these weird references that we bring up out of nowhere.
If anything gets your motor running, you can go back and...
This can be like, you know how certain books have like glossaries and like stuff for like
It's the Atlas, yeah.
Yeah, like listen to this episode to understand the references.
And then go back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then listen to everything.
All right, next one, and you're definitely going to need to listen to this one to understand this joke, but it's Tom from the Tub.
You guys tried to explain this one to me last time I was on, and I don't.
Let me explain it to you as lucidly as possible. It's okay. I got you. So,
because all you guys said was, it's Tom from the Tub.
I know. This time I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm talking about. You know, when we were kids, there was like those little dinosaurs that you could put in the tub, and when you put them in the tub, they grew
like the little capsules. Yeah.
So we were like, what if someone put it in the tub and it just didn't stop growing until it was human size and then gained sentience and became its own person? That's Tom. He's from the tub.
And he's also British, but sometimes he's not British.
Oh, yeah.
Brody was so adamant that this man wasn't British, and then immediately after said a line, it was like, "Hi, I'm Tom from the Tub," and like we're like, "Why was he British?" And he's like,
So my reasoning by that is it very much felt like a old school British cartoon. Like this is a story of old school British. I'm Tom from the Tub, and so I don't know.
I recently re-listened to episode 42, which is ironically our 420 episode, so might be why it's so wild that
why we laughed so much.
Yeah. But we brought him up at least 5 times in that show at different times in the episode, and he just kept building on it. And then our ad product that time, we were talking about a borderline hentai show at that point, and we didn't want to do it, so we just did a commercial about Timmy and Tom from the Tub. Timmy's Tom's
creator. His creator.
And then Tom gets used as a sponge by Timmy's parents, and it really wrecks his self-confidence. And then he comes back and he really regains it. Do you remember what his line is?
I'm bloody Tom. Is that line?
Zach, do you remember a different one too?
You can't beat me. I'm fucking Tom.
It makes no sense at all, but he uses "I'm Tom" as the way to like defend himself for some reason.
I'm sorry, Batman does it and no one blinks an eye at that.
And then in the movie, Tom grows old, remember? And he dies, and on his deathbed, he's just like, "I'm gonna miss you, Timmy, but I'm Tom."
Yeah.
So the whole thing is just, it's a sponge named Tom, Stuart. That's all you gotta know.
Yeah, and I think that's what we could have told you last time and you could have kind of understood.
Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah.
Brody, are you ready for a couple characters that are ours?
Yeah.
Can we join?
The
Temple Boys.
Temple Boys, yeah.
Are they recurring?
Yeah, they are.
It's my goblin voice. I don't know why, but like my Boston accent, like this is a Temple Boy, but he's also could be a goblin. Who knows?
Hey Hank, how you doing? You know, like, and all their names end with A-N-K, so it's like Hank and Frank and Stank. Tank, yeah. Skank, I think, is their sister.
Temple
we
Boys.
are such a male podcast.
Yeah, I think their service is important though, because like those old temples, once the arrows get shot at once, who's putting the arrows back in the crossbows behind the wall?
Yeah.
The Temple Boys.
You guys provide a service.
Yeah, exactly. They're restocking the old temples.
Yeah. Otherwise, people will be getting these loot like crazy. Do you see the bones? There's 3 sets of bones from different generations. How do you think this happens? Temple Boys has been doing it. You're welcome.
And the Temple Boys recurred, Stuart, in the Angel Beats episode when they appeared in the limbo, like, heaven area and wanted to restock the trap rooms there, too.
I forgot about that.
Okay.
This place is great. There's more work for us to do.
So they've come back up a couple times. We just, like, reference them as their voices, right? Like, Hank. I think Hank is mine and you're Frank. I don't know.
I don't know. We're basically the same person. It doesn't matter. Our personalities meld.
Next one of my characters again. It's this one. It's hi. You remember him? Brody, you know what his name is?
I don't know.
I'm Garf.
Oh.
Garf Uncle.
Yeah, his last name, Brody pressed me really hard in one of the ad breaks to say what his last name was, and I said it was Uncle, and then Brody's like, so your name's Garf Uncle. So his name's Garf Uncle. But he's my weird, awkward, nerdy character, and that's all you have to know about him. He's just friggin' weird and social outcast, but he wants to be a social outcast, so.
Yeah.
He also had an epic battle with Dracula in one of the episodes, and I think both of them died.
Yeah, he came up to kill me. I want your blood. That's your line. I want your blood.
Do you have the podcast ghost as one of your recurring characters?
Yep.
Beautiful.
That's probably my favorite one.
Yeah, and it's very similar to Garfunkel, but I like the podcast ghost. It's just so cute.
I think his first appearance wasn't even in the podcast proper.
We cut it out, and it ended up in the bonus episode. So there's the tale of the podcast ghost a couple times in the first bonus episode, 37. And he also shows up before that bonus episode, but I'm like, I wasn't in the podcast, but I'm here. But he's just like, hi, I'm the podcast ghost.
Touch my ghost ween.
Yeah, you go to jail now, sorry. Do you remember what the podcast ghost name is?
I do.
He had a name?
He did. His name's Harley. Harley Davidson, and he invented motorcycles, guys.
Can you tell us how you said it in his voice?
He's like, I invented motorcycle.
The thing I love about him is it sounds like he is a child.
Yeah.
He is a child.
But he also invented motorcycles.
But he's a ghost now, so who knows what age you turn when you become a ghost, Brody.
I just assumed it was the age that you die at.
I don't know, not for this guy.
Okay. He just goes back to a child.
What'd you say his name was?
Harley Davidson.
No, because I remember you making that joke, and I'm like, it's like close, but it's not the name.
Did I say Harley Davidson last time?
I think you may have said like Harvey Davidson or something like that. But like that's why I thought it was funny too, though.
Yeah,
because it was obviously a lie.
Yeah.
But he comes back to haunt, and occasionally he's British as well, so I can kind of like empathize with Tom from the Tub, Brody. Like, it's hard not to slip into the British when you're doing a voice.
Also, that entire episode was basically a fever dream.
Oh, Tom from the Tub?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was nonsense. I got down Mod Man or Germ Juice Guy because in my head they're essentially the same dude. It's Brody's really epic commercial character who likes to bust through walls and yell at children. He's the guy who's like, Germ Juice!
It's very much reminiscent of like how toys were sold to us when we were kids.
Oh yeah.
It would just be kids playing with like lame toys and then a grown-ass man pushing them over and being like, this is the cool toy! Get with it or go home!
Explosion.
And it's like basically like a wrestler. And it's like, why is this happening?
Mixed with the Kool-Aid Man in some ways, because Kool-Aid Man was exactly that kind of character.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Like he'd bust through walls with his glass body and be like, oh yeah, you know, like
yeah.
Whatever happened to those characters? I love them.
They live inside us.
And then another one off is Timmy Gimple, who is Brody's character. I think he shows up twice actually, so he is recurring. He's a little kid who's extremely abusive. And like just yells insults people like crazy.
I don't remember that kid.
You fucking loser! You stupid fuck! Go home and die, you loser!
You're so quick to yell at people in that voice too, and you're so fast at coming up with all these stupid insults that like really get them, dig them to their core.
You have to respect me. You're like, I don't have to respect shit, you fucking loser.
It's another very fun voice to do. It's just like, look at your shoes, they're so tiny, must be matching your little dick, you fucking gonk. Go fuck your mom, you loser. You know, What's a fucking gonk? I don't know.
Yeah, he just throws out words like a kid would when he's insulting.
Exactly.
Right? Like, it's great.
Fuck your mom.
Well, you did that podcast, Legend of Gonk or something.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
true.
That's
Oh.
true. That's fake link.
Fake one.
And are you ready for a game, guys?
Oh, yes, please.
Do you know what this game might be?
Trivia.
Do you have a reel for this as well?
Guys, it's gonna be a classic.
God.
Yes,
ready?
Dad.
Just go right into it.
So this game this week, you're gonna duel each other again. Remember the classic, generate your random character, you're gonna fight them, okay?
So classic.
So we're gonna go back to a classic this week. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna go back to a classic.
Oh my god.
Really, again?
I swear to God, if you continue to do this, they're not classics anymore. They're just in rotation.
Yeah, but this one we've only done once, so it's kind of classic.
What games this week, Caleb?
So-
we're here. We're waiting.
So we're gonna do a classic.
Wait, we've done this before?
Oh, it's a classic.
Just wanted to hear you say it again.
Yeah, it's the writer's room. Classic, guys.
Which
We're going
one's
back to
that?
a classic. I'm gonna pitch you some anime titles, and you're gonna
Oh, I like this
you're
one.
gonna give me. It's the basic game that we got. I gave it a title.
think it
And
has
maybe
some,
it'll have some music now.
Is it
We'll
basic
find
or
out.
is it classic? Fuck.
It's basically classic.
Holy
bro.
Basically classic.
You guys want a game?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Might be slightly familiar to you guys.
So familiar it might even feel classic.
I don't know if this one's classic yet. We've only done it once before, but we're doing it again. All right, it's a classic.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going back to the classic with a modern twist, okay?
Yay.
Are you guys ready for a game?
Yes.
So we're going back to one that I did a long time ago, and it was a hit with everyone.
So a classic?
No, it's only it's only happened once, so I can't call it a classic yet. But it's going to become classic the more we do it. All right.
That's how it works. I'm taking a spin on our bad D&D.
Wait, Zach, you have to say it's a classic. Is it going to be a classic? I need it, Zach. Is it going to be?
Some might say
Some might say what?
that it's adorned in nostalgia.
Zach, I love playing games that are adorned in nostalgia.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's a classic.
Yay,
right?
I love
You fucking-
classics.
Yeah, yappy? You happy?
I'm happy.
I'm choosing to give you more positive energy than I give Caleb when he says it.
And I hate that.
That's all right.
All right, you guys ready for a game today?
Yay.
Do you know what you know what it might be this week?
A
It's a
classic.
classic, probably.
It's a classic. Thank you guys. You're finally giving in and I love it.
Did you hear either of us have excitement with your classic?
You heard me get excited and that's what's really important here. I got a game and guess what, guys? It's going to be something classic.
Nice. I love the classics.
Oh man, I love that joke.
I love when he says it's going to be something classic. There you go. That's it's going to be something classic.
Wow, you say that a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, half the time it was you guys interrupting and being like, is it going to be classic? And I'd be like, no, not classic yet.
We've only done it one time.
But at the beginning of that compilation, I say, we've done this once, so it's kind of a classic. And then later I'm like, no, it's only been once, so it's not classic. And I completely ruined my definition
It's
of
like
classic.
it's like saying bird 15 times. It loses all meaning.
Right after each other. Going
Yeah.
Classic.
It's classic. What the fuck is classic at this point?
So what are we doing today, Caleb?
So we are doing a classic.
Hey.
Fuck.
This time, it's only been done once, so it's kind of only a classic.
Yeah?
So the game is called Who Said That? We did it in the 25th episode.
fuck
I'm
off.
gonna list some quotes, and all three of you
I'm
are gonna guess.
nail this, guys. I'm gonna wreck you guys.
You're gonna try. And I think, but Zach recently moved across the country and listened to almost all of these episodes. So we'll see. Zach, you
Yeah.
saved your guess for last.
I have to guess last.
Because
Okay.
he might actually know these things just based on recency bias, okay?
Okay.
Also, I love our show. Can we just say that?
No.
No, I don't believe it. I don't buy it.
All right. Number 1. I'm asking for a friend, but do you need qualifications to stick your hand up a horse's ass?
So I like saying asking for a friend pretty frequently.
That's true.
Stuart, what do you think? What do you think the context of this even is?
I don't know. But I do think it's Brody.
I need a whiteboard to write down who gets it or who doesn't.
Just make another of your spreadsheets, Caleb.
Yeah, but I got too many windows open right now. I'll lose control. Stuart, do you want to keep track for me?
Sure.
All right. So this quote comes directly from a cold open where we created new nomenclature for grandparents, including grad and grom. In this, Zach talks about his granddad finally going back to school at a ripe age, finally moving on from his farm life.
He finally did it. Working on the farm all those years.
At 78 years old.
He can't multiply in his head, but he can shove his hand up a horse's butt.
Oh, he graduated as a vet?
Well, no, he learned that as a kid instead of math.
All right.
Now, do you think there's a way that you could shove your hand up a horse's ass and not get it torn off if you're like, or get it torn off in general? Or could anyone just shove their hand up there, not have to be like, oh, I'm a farmer, watch me do this, you know?
Why are you asking this, Brody?
I'm asking for a friend? I would just like to, I'm asking for a friend, but like, do you need qualifications to stick your hand up a horse's ass? I don't know.
There you go. So it's Brody. Who guessed? Wait, did we even officially guess?
Nope.
I guess Brody.
Okay. And I think Brody did himself too.
And I think Zach would have.
That was just the warm-up round. We just won't count that one.
Yeah, okay, all right. Brody, you're shame. Why do you like to say I'm asking for a friend so much?
I think it's obvious that I'm not actually asking it for personal use, and I think it's funny to make it seem like I am. So saying that is deflecting what
right. What could be taken seriously.
Classic comedy.
This is really funny that we're explaining the joke.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the whole point of this episode, man.
Like, why does anyone ever say that?
Sometimes people are asking for a friend.
It's very true. All right. Number 2, you're telling me you have a throat that thick, but a voice that high pitched? I don't think so, bud.
What?
It's got the butt on the end. My guess is Caleb.
Oh, yeah.
Am I the only person who says bud? I don't think
Pretty
so, bud.
much.
Wait a second. Stuart, your official guess is me?
My official guess is Caleb.
Okay.
That feels like more of a Zach thing to me.
A throat that thick.
Yeah. The bud doesn't really ring true, but at the same time, I'm going with my gut.
So you think it's Zach? What about you, Zach?
Oh, man. I don't remember saying it. So I'm going to go with Caleb.
Okay, this line came straight to us while talking about the giant girl from 7 Deadly Sins and her personal trauma that comes with being a huge person.
She's like, okay, when you think of a giant, you think of a slow, like, hey, how's it going, guys? But she's, okay.
Sylvester Stallone's a giant.
Her personal trauma is she wants to be loved like a normal person, so she's actually, like, super girly and, like, upbeat and, like...
That's cute.
Not, hey, how's it going? She's like, hey, how's it going, guys? Kind of thing.
Yeah, but she's totally faking it.
No,
You're telling me you got a throat that thick, but you got a voice that high pitch? I don't think so, bud.
Gross.
Should have went with the bud.
Yeah, nice. All right, good job, guys. It is the bud. Sometimes there's clues in here that really get you.
We know each other 50 episodes now.
I know, 50 episodes, man. It really get to know each other's like way of speaking, you know? All right, next. Number 3. Call me Dentist Daddy.
I know that one.
Okay, if you know it for sure, hold on to your horses. Let other people guess. Brody looks kind of confused.
This is one of my favorite bits that you guys have done.
Yeah, it's good. It's in a bonus episode too, so.
Oh,
so that makes it even trickier to get to.
Do you remember the Dentist Daddy bit? Zach referenced it literally yesterday to me, but I don't think he remembers who actually said Dentist Daddy.
I don't even remember the bit.
Can I explain the bit?
Yeah, go for it.
I think, Brody, you were talking about how, like, even as, like, a high school kid, your dad still, like, gave you kisses before school or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it kind of led to, like, kissing, like, on the lips.
And then Zach said he licked your teeth. Yeah.
Like, you could tell if you didn't brush your teeth well enough.
I think it's me.
Okay. What do you think, Stuart?
It's Brody.
What do you think, Zach?
I'll go with Brody.
All right, everybody's going Brody.
Call me Dentist Daddy.
My dad would never, but he would kiss me on the lips till I was like 14.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Why would you kid about that?
He would lick the front of my teeth and say, "You need to go brush them."
Ew.
I can taste the plaque. Your teeth are too gruff.
Oh.
Go brush them, come back for another
Inspection.
I won't stop until they're smooth.
Oh my God.
Call me dentist daddy. Gross. There's something wrong with me.
Preceding that line, Brody, you said, "I never want this to air live," or "I never want this to air ever." And you but it did, and now we're bringing it back.
I hate that.
It's a good bit. Dentist daddy.
Brush your teeth and come back for another is also just...
It's so gross.
It's very funny, but also so inappropriate. My dad ever heard it?
Well, yeah, in truth, did he kiss you?
No, Zach, he didn't.
Okay. When did he stop, though?
I kiss his cheek for, probably till I was in my early teens. Absolutely.
But that's a European thing, man.
Well,
that's
we didn't...
acceptable throughout all eternity.
Zach, we didn't kiss lips, buddy. I'm sorry to break your fantasy.
He didn't lick Brody's teeth. Sorry to break your fantasy.
My teeth would be in much better shape if he did.
Oh my
God. Where was my dentist daddy when I needed him?
All right.
I think that was the same episode that you talked about the crunchy laptop.
Oh, yeah. No, that was all the bonus episode, so it was all wild, gross stuff, man. All right. Stuart's going to know this one because I think Stuart has actually referenced this to me before, but I'm not sure who else will recognize it. If you have a sex robot and it gains sentience, do you have to pay for its car insurance?
I think that's a Zach line.
Yep.
You guys all think it's Zach?
Yeah.
It's definitely Zach. It's one of my favorite lines because it's just out of nowhere.
This clip is from our first bonus episode again. It's presented in isolation in the episode because of the bizarreness of the quote coming literally out of nowhere. However, if you heard the original, it also just comes straight out of left field. It has no bearing on the conversation whatsoever.
If you have a sex robot and the robot gains sentience, do you have to pay for its car insurance?
What was that joke, Zach? Where did that come from?
I don't know.
We were talking about sex robots, so it was somewhat I guess.
For me, it's the inflection on the have to.
Yeah,
it's like you're implying oh, I know I should, but do you have to?
Is it legally required? Yeah. I was going to present this, and I Googled it to make sure it wasn't a line from a show you were just saying, and it appeared nowhere on the internet. So it just came out of your brain, I guess, man.
It's the fact that it's not just insurance, though. It's car insurance, as if two robots are one and the same.
If it has sentience, I'm going to make it grocery shop for me.
So it's driving your car and taking it to go grocery shopping and doing your chores.
Do Transformers have car insurance?
Whoa, because they have life insurance.
Oh my God. Just four dudes here having our minds blown.
Yeah. Four dudes in a room blowing together, man. It's great. All right, quote number 5. Sorry, I saw a duck. I saw a beaver. Bing, bang, boom.
I'm guessing talking about platypus, but you guys recently talked about platypuses, didn't you?
We've talked about platypuses multiple times, ironically enough.
But it was specifically in the episode where you're talking about being a ghost because you get to hang out with all the platypuses.
Yeah. Clorox.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I think that's Zach.
Did I say Big Bang Boom?
So this is what I think it is. It's you describing God making a platypus.
I think we were on the topic and Caleb jumped in. And
so you think it's me?
Yeah.
I also think it's Caleb because it's a God joke.
Okay. Why am I a God joke guy, man?
Because
you make all the jokes against God and Christians. You make all of them.
You're a GJG.
You guys were partly right. This is from a discussion on platypuses. It's not from our Bleach episode. It's from much before that. This quote comes from our episode on Spriggan. And in one of the episodes in Spriggan, an evil mastermind is using an ARC-like scientific base to genetically alter animals into abominations. And we start making jokes about how animals were created.
Oh, damn.
No, it was literally used to genetically alter them to create life for after the flood.
Whoa.
So he has like a bunch of fucked up shit in there.
Do you think that's how we got giraffes? Someone saw a horse and was like, longer.
Longer. Yeah.
Or like saw a horse and they're like, more stripes. And a zebra was created.
Hippos were supposed to be less vicious dogs, and then they're like, what if we made them bigger and have the power to eat anything?
And they could
happened on
swim
Dark.
and stuff.
They can swim and stuff for like a long time.
And then a platypus walks out and he's like, what did you do?
Sorry, I saw a duck, saw a beaver. Bing, bang, boom.
Bing, bang, boom.
That could have gone either way.
Yeah.
I love those clips where you're like, everybody's riffing off each other and you're like, who's going to say it? Who's going to say it?
Was that the episode I recorded in my grandma's garage?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
You
Oof.
can tell your audio fluctuates a lot in this show, man. Now you got a little bit of consistency and we're going to sound good from here on out. We promise you. 50th episode on, man.
Yeah, the first 50s are freebies.
They're to work out the kinks, but from now on, no excuses. All right. Number 6. There is a difference between ghost sex and ghost rape.
This one is Zach, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys don't like saying the R word.
Actually, it might be Caleb again.
I'm gonna say Zach because I'm not a huge fan of the
All right.
I think it's Caleb. I'm going to say Caleb.
All right, you guys ready? You put in your solid votes.
Yeah,
What did you say, Zach?
I'm me.
You're you? Okay. This quote comes from our Star Wars Visions episode, where we open with a hearty discussion on ghost sex and if it's possible to even have sex with ghosts. That brings us to an article that describes the process in excruciating detail.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's not me, is it?
It says most people experience ghost sex as a dream or as they're falling into or out of sleep.
Oh, shoot. Are they saying wet dreams or ghost sex? Oh, no.
Possibly.
I knew I wasn't immature. I was being molested.
Oh, there's another sub thing here. So it says there is a difference between ghost sex and ghost rape. Be aware of that.
Being susceptible and being vulnerable are two very different things.
Trick question.
It was me.
The wild article.
As soon as you said Star Wars Visions, I was like, I was in that one.
It could be you.
It could be me.
But that article was wild. It was talking about celebrities who claimed that they had ghost sex all the time. And Brody brought up the topic to begin with. He was saying there was a woman who said she was cheating on her husband with like 40 ghosts or something like that. And I was like, at the same time, and I said my favorite line of the show, which was it a bukkake?
Nice.
All right, number 7. When my angel Chris comes for me, I know I'm safe.
Oh,
What? In a sexual context?
Think of it. My angel Chris.
It's Chris Angel.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
But who would say it in that order?
When my angel Chris comes for me.
I honestly have no idea.
It sounds like a Caleb.
We all like talking about Chris Angel.
We
Let me
do.
say that.
It's
true.
He's so mind freaky, I don't even know if Chris Angel is the mind freak guy. Is David Blaine a mind freak?
No,
Or
Chris-
that's not his.
So Chris Angel used to have a show called Chris Angel Mind Freak.
So we are right about that,
Yeah.
at least.
At least.
I vote Brody.
Well, I vote Caleb.
I too vote Caleb.
Okay. So this quote comes from a debate between the differences of wizards and magicians, where I claim that magicians don't have real magic and Brody takes real offense to
I'm
it.
gonna switch it to me.
You can't do that after my description.
No, as soon as you started to, I was getting ready to say, but you just were, yeah, whatever.
Sure,
whatever.
yeah. Don't switch his score, Stuart.
I'm sorry, Caleb. I've loved you for as long as I've known you, which is your entire life.
Yeah.
And I'm just now realizing that you don't believe that Chris Angel and David Blaine are real magicians. They have magic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. People don't just float.
How did he
All
get
right?
that card
People
between those
don't do
that
card
glass,
tricks like
bro.
that. Yeah, no.
He got it out of his mouth. Did you see that?
It's disconcerting if I'm being honest, but like whatever. It's
Yeah. I'm a non-believer.
he's a non-believer, and when my angel Chris comes for me, I know I'm safe.
I really liked it.
I was also, if you could tell, very sick that episode. Did you hear that? I was like, I'm a non-believer.
Thought you were just being moody.
No. I love that line, Brody. It's so perfect. Just pretending that magicians have real magic or really believing it. I don't know, man. I still can't tell.
It's one of those.
That's the mind freak of it all, isn't it?
Yep.
All right. Number 8, I tried to salt my soup one time and he said I was making a potion.
That's Zach. That's Zach. Yeah. I remember that joke. It's quite good.
That does sound like a Zach line.
And Zach, by his face, I could tell that he is also voting for Zach. So this quote comes to us after talking about my sad, restricted childhood where I wasn't even able to participate in Halloween.
Yeah.
I didn't know about Halloween. Ouch.
We didn't get to go trick-or-treating or anything. He was afraid of the demons that infested Halloween or something.
That's tragic, and I'm sorry for you. But hopefully one day you'll have kids and you'll get to relive it through their eyes.
Yeah, there's a reason I hate everything, guys. I'm not just cranky for no reason.
Childhood sucked.
Yeah, didn't even let me do witchcraft. Frick.
Yeah. I tried to salt my soup one time, and he said I was making a potion and fucking beat me.
It's a good bit.
So
it's a
funny.
very good joke.
It's so funny.
He wouldn't let me do witchcraft.
But I took it to an extreme, and then you're just like, yeah, man, salting my soup. So everybody got that right. Is there any point discrepancy yet, Stuart, or are you guys all voting right when it's right?
It's 5 for Zach, 4 for Brody, 6 for me.
Oh, Stuart's winning. Oh.
The only one I haven't gotten so far was the me quote.
Oh yeah, it was a trick. That's why. All right, he can pull down my drawbridge and come right in.
Gross.
I have my guess.
I sadly have mine too.
I always go first.
Okay, Brody, what's your guess then? If you got a guess,
I'm worried it's me because that feels like some wordplay that I would like to do.
They all sound like Caleb to me. I don't know why.
Because I'm just so clever in your mind, I guess.
I'm gonna go with Caleb.
Stuart?
I also think it's Caleb.
All right. So this quote comes from the beginning of our Castlevania episode, where we immediately start making sex puns related to castles for some reason.
Bountiful area.
Nathan Fillion?
Nathan feeling me up.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, yeah, he could fill my steeple.
What?
What other things about castles and
what else? We got to get the sex castle stuff out right away.
Okay, yeah. He can pull down my drawbridge and come right in.
It's a very good line, Brody. And so you proceed to give like 3 more very good sex castle jokes and then stop for a second and go, have we done this before? Because this is coming way too fast.
Where are the other 3 jokes? I want to hear them now.
Oh, it's something about like he can fill up my moat.
So I'm now in the running for second. Let's go.
Yeah, you are. You're tied with Zach, right?
5, 5, 6. Yep.
All right, number 10. Well, I'm glad we're family because I'm going to come over and sit on that lap of yours.
So I think that's the way, Stuart, you go.
I think it's Brody.
Yeah.
Is this when I made Stuart my godfather?
Yeah, I think it's me too because I don't think that's something that Caleb would say.
Given that information, I will vote me.
Okay, Stuart, what did you say?
It's a Brody.
Okay. This clip comes from our very first interview segment with the talented Jace Patrick.
Well, this seems like a good segue for me. This is one of my only questions, Jace.
Yep.
It's worded a little silly, so I hope you're okay with that. I was just curious, because you say you're working 7 days a week, constantly getting that cheddar. I was just curious if you have a particular or tried and true way of lubing up that throat.
When you said you were going to ask it silly, I thought you were going to go, what sort of thing do you... I was really waiting for like an interesting...
Guy, sorry. I could try again. I mean,
we're not the voice actors here. We can't.
No.
What I always liked, I come from music, so I would always do this to freak out the engineers because it would be quiet and we'd be waiting, and I'd say, well, I'm glad we're family because I'm going to come over there and sit on that lap of yours.
There you go. So it's Jace Patrick.
Nice. Fucking love that guy.
He's great. Yeah. I can't imagine hearing that in the recording studio, though, and being like, what does that line even mean?
I'm glad we're family.
Because I'm going to come over and sit on that lap of yours. All right, so next up, it's going to be another classic.
Right.
It's going to be to test who gained the most knowledge on the animes that we have discussed over the course of the last 25 episodes. Ooh. So I'm going to ask each of you a question that pertains to the other person's presented anime. And I've written multiple choice answers, and don't answer until the multiple choice comes all the way out, okay?
Because some of my answers are funny.
Some of them are freaking hilarious, and that's where the comedy comes from in this game. And if you ruin it, I'll kill you.
Yeah, I feel that. Okay.
Let's do it.
Stuart, you're keeping score for me. You're my scorekeeper today.
Sure.
Okay? Brody, in Heaven's Lost Property Season 2, Tomaki is a very charismatic dude who is slowly realizing his importance in an intergalactic space war between incredibly strong angel robots. But first, he needs to get his libido in check. So which arcade game is referenced when Tomaki heads to a monk temple to cure his horniness? Is it A, Cornhole, where he's throwing tiny, horny versions of himself into a pit? Is it B, Skee Ball, where he's chucking heavy balls down a lane at small, horny versions of himself? Is it C, Whack-A-Mole, where he's pounding the heck out of tiny, horny versions of himself? Or is it D, Mrs. Pac-Man, where he's forced to confront that giant, pill-gobbling mouth of hers?
Very odd question.
It's specific, and we talked about it in detail, so...
C? I don't...
C, Whack-A-Mole?
Yeah.
Stuart, are you nodding? Is that the guess? Oh, Stuart, you can guess for each of these if you want. And you get half points for each one you guess right. You can take part.
Sure. It's Whack-A-Mole, though.
It's Whack-A-Mole. It's C, Whack-A-Mole. Yeah. And he pounds little versions of himself. And then we start making jokes about going to an arcade and crying by yourself, remember?
No.
And there's if you look around in a bar or arcade, there's always one sad dude crying in the corner, wishing he could take part in all the social stuff. Zach, in The Seven Deadly Sins, our main man seeks out the help of the rest of his estranged family, composed of incredibly powerful beings. Throughout their journeys in the first season, which ridiculous feat of superhuman abilities is not in the show? Is it A, throwing a javelin so hard that it flies across the continent over the course of a day and lands perfectly near your target? Is it B, ripping large metal spikes out of your body and instantly regenerating like nothing happened at all? Is it C, kicking a zombie so powerfully that the shockwave knocks out multiple other zombies in a 15-meter radius? Or is it D, laser fingers?
Is laser fingers a misdirect?
Is it?
Every other answer is a full-on fucking log line. Oh, it's definitely not A. I remember that being sick. Regeneration sounds like it probably could be in there. I don't remember zombies, so we're going to go with C.
Stuart, what's your guess?
I would also guess C.
All right. Yep, you're both correct. It's C. Now, there was a forest full of like undead creatures that they did travel through.
Can I just say two things? They're not family.
Well, it seemed like they were family.
And the javelin throw doesn't happen in a span of a day. It happens within a span of like maybe 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well,
like this is like a rocket.
Like it was so extreme.
Yeah, it was. Imagine how much quick, like.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Traveling
you're right.
At the speed of a grandmother.
Zach still remembered it.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
You got it right. All right, Brody. In Angel Beats, a bunch of kids with traumatic deaths head to a limbo version of high school where they're secretly tasked with fulfilling a life goal and moving on to the true afterlife. How did the main character of the show die in order to end up there? Was it A, he dies on a train after it derails? Is it B, he saved a little girl by jumping in front of a car and got himself hit? Is it C, he gets shot while robbing a bank in order to pay for his sister's cancer treatments? Or is it D, he went to an EDM concert and danced to Skrillex so hard that he died?
So I was so sure it was B until you said C. Because I feel like there's some shit about his sister in it, but I'm going to go with B.
Stuart, did you hear any of those ones? They see you texting over there, texting and driving the podcast.
What?
I I don't know if I've heard this episode, so
Okay.
I'm not sure. I have an actual
awesome.
guess.
All right, Zach, do you remember the true answer to this?
I do.
Okay, Zach, Brody said B. What is yours?
A.
It's A. He dies on a train after it derails.
so
The cancer
boring.
treatments was a mixed direct. His sister did have cancer, but then he was just going to college and died on a train.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
So it had nothing to do with his sister at all.
That's
Yeah,
that's so anticlimactic.
exactly. That's the fun. All right, Zach. In
What's
Star
up?
Wars Visions,
Bitch.
Star Wars Visions is a show that takes the loose concepts established by Star Wars and spins the stories in a way that only resembles your dreams when you're on high on peyote. Which one of the following is not a real plot in Star Wars Visions Season 1?
You suck.
I wish I had this question.
That's why I didn't give it to you, because you've seen this show. All right. A funky punk band must play their way out of a public execution. Is it B, an adopted rabbit sister is betrayed by her older human sister as they fight to control the fate of their planet from an ongoing invasion? Is it C, an ancient evil warrior arises from the depths to wreak havoc, only to be captured and quickly reformed while in space jail, becoming a warrior for the light? Or is it D, a droid resembling Pinocchio becomes a real boy after terraforming a planet, finding that magic was within him all along?
I am going to go with my gut here. My memory is very fuzzy, but C sounds like it definitely could be a Star Wars shit. I remember D because it was actually pretty poignant and fun. No memory of B, but A sounds too ridiculous. So my answer is A.
Stuart, what's your answer?
It's C.
It's
Yeah,
C.
it's-
C is
That's the most. It's the most normal one. On
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I tried to give you a normal example, but yeah, the Funky Punk Band was like one of the first episodes of that show. The second episode, I think, where they like play for Jabba the Hutt, who's about to execute them, but they play it so
Yeah.
good that he decides to sign their contract and keep them alive.
Ridiculous.
You didn't even mention the wildest episode where he takes a lightsaber crystal and attaches it to his hyperdrive and blows up a Star Destroyer.
That's too Star Warsy for Zach to guess it, though.
Yeah.
There are some wild ones. And season 2's out. Not going to watch it. Just saying. It's a wild show. So I don't know.
You screwed me there, bud.
Sorry. All right, Brody. The Orbital Children follows a group of kids trapped in a near catastrophic situation on board a satellite station orbiting the moon. In the show, what was the ultimate threat faced by the children aboard the space station? Was it A, they were fighting not to be arrested by the police for modding their personal AI beyond acceptable limits? Was it B, they're fighting an old AI robot who mind-controlled a comet to crash into Earth? Is it C, they were fighting against a secret plan to rule the people of Earth with an army of AI robots? Or is it D, they were fighting against AI Mr. Mosby, who didn't want them surfing in the stairwell?
It's B.
Mind-controlling a comet to crash into Earth?
Yarp.
Stuart, what about you?
Sure. I didn't listen to this episode.
Fair enough. Okay, yes, you're correct, Brody.
Yay. I very much watched this show, so.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Frick.
before Zach did.
Peter.
Man, well.
Did I not mention that during the episode that I watched?
No, you did not.
Oh.
I would have not written this question for you if you did.
Boy, you little stinker.
All right, Zach. In Mob Psycho, Season 2, mild-mannered Mob is a truly overpowered hero who rarely unleashes his entire power as he just doesn't want to. A couple times in Season 2, he unleashes his full power, but what act ultimately completely physically drains Mob to the point of passing out? Is it A, braving a roaring house fire to save his parents and brother from dying a fiery death? Is it B, time warping for 6 months by entering the brain of a demon-possessed child? Is it C, battling the superpowered members of the Claw while trying to foil their master plan? Or is it D, running half a mile and twisting his ankle?
What causes him to pass out?
Yeah, what act really drains him of all his energy and he passes out for like 3 episodes?
3 episodes.
I don't know. How many episodes, Brody?
It's a minute.
It's a minute. Okay.
Like a minute as in like...
No, like a
when
minute.
people say,
Yeah, when people
Yeah.
say it's a while, he's out.
Yeah.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, yeah. Gen Z speak.
I didn't listen to this episode either, but I have a guess.
Zach first. Let him go first.
Yeah. I have no clue, bud.
All of these things happened in the show, but which one made him pass out?
The ankle break sounds good. Just going to go with that one.
Okay, Stuart?
Yeah, that's the most ridiculous one.
Yeah.
So it's probably that one.
It is. It's D. He runs half a mile and passes out after a track meet.
Because all the insane tasks, he's using his abilities, whereas the track meet, he's just trying to run as this like 12-year-old weak kid.
Right. So he's pushing his real physical limits. Yeah.
What a weakling.
All right, Brody. In Teen Titans Season 1, our titular team of characters is threatened by Slade's deeply thought-out, super logical plan to destroy the city. However, on the way to discovering the underlying plot, our team fights a multitude of weird supervillains. Which one of the following was not a real supervillain that the Teen Titans fight in Season 1? Is it A, Thunder and Lightning, two brothers and literal gods of weather who just love causing chaos? Is it B, Wildfire, Starfire's father who travels to Earth to punish her for abandoning her people and staying on Earth to fight crime? Is it C, Mad Mod, a British fancy lad with a self-changing mansion meant to confuse and turn the Titans on each other? Or is it D, Mumbo, a street magician who can throw dangerous rabbits out of his hat at incredible speeds?
Did you cut the mansion episode from the final, or is that in there?
You're not answering this question, Zach.
I know, but...
Yeah, that's what I was going to say B, but I'm going with my gut, whatever. B.
B? Stuart, what do you think?
B would be my guess, too.
You're correct, it's B. And the actual person who comes down is her sister, Blackfire.
Ah.
Okay.
Wait, I think it's Blackfire that they have casted in the Titans show.
Combo! All right, Zach. In Scissor 7 Season 2, a second round of assassins were sent to kill our main character, Seven. Amongst these assassins were some wild and wacky characters. Which one of the following was not an assassin who attempted to end his life? Was it A, a masked assassin with sharp, life-draining red fingernails? Is it B, a cow selling meatballs from a stand? Is it C, a long-tongued invisible lizard man? Or is it D, a woman who increases her powers by kissing dudes?
Ooh. So I remember B and C pretty clearly. A sounds more like it, but D sounds more like Scissor 7. My answer is D.
D is the fake one?
D's nuts. Oh, no. In that case, A is the fake one.
Okay. Zach is right. So the actual life-draining dude is a red tooth, not fingernails. Okay? It's red tooth. That's his whole shtick. Final questions. In the definitely PG anime interspecies reviewers, our main cast of merry men get their first deal to do a personal review of a specific species. This request was given by a hooded figure with an ulterior motive. What was the goal of this figure? Brody, was it A, to prove that boys will always be pervy and recreate their friends when given the chance with shape-shifting golem girls? Is it B, to show that size doesn't matter when it comes to boning down with fairies? Is it C, to prove that small-eyed cyclopses can be just as sexy as those with bodacious eyes? Or is it D, I tried to come up with a ridiculous fourth option, but all of these are worse than my mind could come up with?
Do you remember, bro? Do you remember?
Again, gut feeling is A.
To show that they're pervy when given the chance with shape-shifting golem girls?
Yeah.
That was an episode. But...
Yeah. It was an episode, but that's not the motive. So this was... The hooded figure was unmasked at the end, and she was a cyclops with one small eye, and wanted to show that size doesn't matter, so it was C.
Cool. I totally re-listened to that one so many times. So that's crazy.
Hey, it's Timmy and Tom from the Tubbs episode, man. You got to. All right. Question 5, Zach. In Bleach, it starts off with our character thrust into a mystical world of ghosts and ghost-eating monsters. Which one of the following characters is not introduced in our discussion of the show? Is it A, Ichigo, B, Orihime, C, Shima, or D, Chad?
You know this is my weakness.
In this episode, you specifically said, I can't follow all these names, bro.
So why do you do this to me? What's the fun in that? You make
Brody also blocked interspecies reviewer from his mind, so these are both hard rounds for you guys.
I'm going to go with Shima, because there's definitely a Chad. There's definitely whoever the first one was. So I got a 50-50.
Brody, do you want to answer the real answer?
Yeah, Shima.
Yeah, he's correct. Zach got it. He nailed it. What was the final score, Stuart?
I don't know.
That's all that matters, you know? This was a fun game with lots of laughs.
We're all winners.
All right, guys, we're going to start it off with a quick comp. Okay, nice compilation for all the listeners out there.
Oh, is this mine?
Nope, not yet. So there's one of my favorite things of this podcast. And do you know what one of my favorite things of this podcast is? Can anybody guess?
Your jokes.
That you never sound offensive because you edit all your crap out.
No. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
But no, the listeners will never know. Okay, I'm going to edit that out.
You're asshole.
One of my favorite things is Brody's laugh.
Oh,
I think
God.
it's the best thing in the world, and it makes me smile every time I hear a nice, genuine laugh. And in the episode Brody wasn't here, me, Zach, and Stuart talked about it a little bit, so I put it into this little thing for you, okay? Everybody's got to do their best Brody's laugh impression, and then we'll see what's spot on. That's pretty good.
No.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's like his mischievous giggle.
Fuck.
Sometimes he does like the exasperated laugh, or just like
Yeah.
But his genuine, like, hearty laugh is like so good. It's one of the best out there.
that one's, you really got him by surprise with those ones. He's got some good ones. He's got different laughs, and I love them all.
Do that. All right, he can't defend himself, guys. Come on.
I know. We love him. It's just one of his personality quirks that makes him amazing.
Yes.
We're respecting him with his. This is.
What's the word? Homage.
Yeah, it's an homage to the great one.
To the great one.
I sound like a crazy person.
You sound insane.
Yeah, it's great. I love your laugh.
It's such a good laugh, though. It's such a good 8 different laughs. They're so good, man. Were our imitations in there?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were the start of each section.
They were almost perfect.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was impressed.
Yeah.
The giggling laugh is one of my favorites, but it's also very hard to find. I had to search everywhere, and I only found a couple examples. But
my hee-hees.
I had the whole compilation done, and then I listened to an episode where you were like, and did it so well, and I'm like, oh, that's going in there. I gotta get it in there. So I shoved it in. But honestly, making that compilation, every time I listened to it, I was like, it's making me smile so big, man. It's so good.
My cheeks hurt.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I can give you guys some joy with my joy.
And if we're speaking about everybody's recurring bits, there's another person here who has some nice recurring bits in here that I think are really, really funny, okay? So Stuart's actually got a little bit of a recurring thing that he does, and everybody will see what happens here. You ready?
What does Stuart do?
I'll suck on your fingers a little more. Oh.
My fingers are covered in peanut butter.
Why peanut butter?
I hear you say nuts or nothing.
Caleb, did you? Oh, bazinga.
A day. It would be a day for all the small boobed girls to feel pride and love, and they would parade through the streets, and the world would get brighter.
Could I flip that on its head a little bit? I would say girls with larger breasts feel a little bit more self-conscious wearing...
Yeah, so what would you call it, Brody? D-Day?
Got him, dude. Bazinga.
Also, ghosts don't tend to, like, fuck around. Like, once you're a ghost, you get to fly, you get to, like, goof around with platypuses. Like, what's the point in messing with humans anymore?
What are you doing with platypuses?
I don't know, pretending to walk like them. And what the fuck? And I'm not doing that for like a millennia. Like, it's probably the first 40 years, and then I'll move on.
Good one, Zach. Bazinga.
What the fuck?
This one's a person, huh?
This one's a person. Why is it sounding like Mario? I'm not sure if he's ever said that.
Because then he like running at Bowser. I don't know.
You've cut me for the last time, Bowser.
Bazinga.
Have you just been dropping bazingas this whole time?
Is this a real life thing?
Yeah, but there's nothing freer than crapping on your lawn, you know?
I don't know, Caleb. Caleb, I just want to say I don't know.
You gotta try it one of these days.
Front lawn or backyard?
They each have benefits and drawbacks.
What's the benefit of front yard? What's the benefit of front yard?
More thrill.
More thrill.
Let your neighbors know.
If the sprinklers are on out there, it's exciting.
Oh, that's such a bazinga, dude. Bazinga.
Did you ever look at your hamster and think, looks like a baseball to me?
Whoa. Whoa.
Bazinga.
Just buy a fucking baseball. I'll kill a senior citizen, suck a dick, sit and spin.
Oh, yeah. Bazinga on that one, dude. Oh, Brody.
This is such bullshit.
Such a bazinga on that one.
No.
Bazinga. Got him, dude. Bazinga. Bazinga. Hey, how come nobody responds whenever I say bazinga?
This is a made-up bit for this episode, 100%.
I refuse.
The first two clips, I was like, oh, maybe. But when it kept going, I'm like, there's no way he said it this frequently.
I wasn't in any of those episodes.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Just thought Stuart should get his own catchphrase, you know, for old time's sake.
Now that's a bazinga.
Oh, no, man.
There was a second there that I thought, okay, maybe like when he's editing, he'll like just throw in this is great, bazinga. As in like, let's like make sure this part gets highlighted. It's real good.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
This is editor's notes.
That is funny. That is funny, though.
Yeah. Oh my god!
Just he's not in the episode, and randomly he's just like, "Bazinga, dude, that's great."
Right? Oh fuck, that's quite good.
So were you in on that? Obviously, you needed to give Caleb your voice,
like 30
right?
bazingas,
Oh, yeah.
dude.
Okay.
I just did a reel of me laughing and saying bazinga, and then just sent it to him.
Now that's a bazinga.
When I heard the last clip, Stuart, where you were like, "Man, that's a big." How come nobody responds to me when I say bazinga? I was like, that's so perfect. That's a great way to end this little compilation. And it makes me laugh so much. So yeah, for those listeners out there, go back to those episodes and hear Stuart's bazingas. I'll crop them in everywhere.
They're subtle.
I won't do that.
They're very subtle bazingas.
Definitely could, though.
I could
go back and like just add those in.
And then Stuart will have bazinga'd all along.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the fan base will just think that you're just like randomly spliced in different places and been listening the whole time. You're the guy in the booth who's like, oh, that's a bazinga.
Yeah, there's one where you're like, that's a bazinga, my man.
Weirdly felt so genuine. And I kept getting more and more surprised. You fooled me good, bro. You fooled me really well.
So, okay, Brody figured out it was fake. Did you ever think it was fake?
After the fifth one, I was like,
the hamster one.
Wait a minute.
There's a couple very isolated clips there from the bonus episodes that definitely he wasn't in those, and like I thought those would be dead giveaways, but you've been pranked, Rick. You guys, me sure got you.
Got you.
Where's the kid from Stranger Things?
All right.
Next thing we're going to do, next up on my schedule, we're going to do our ad break duel. So if you guys haven't listened before, which would be weird because it's the 50th episode and you're like an hour and a half into this episode probably. At the end of the game, we usually have an ad break that ties into the content of the material. So we make up a stupid fake product and make an ad on the spot where we can just like riff off each other, and then I crop, or me or Stuart crop something into an actual listenable ad that is always usually a really fun time. And this time, we thought it'd be fun for two of us to prepare an ad ahead of time, pit them against each other, and have the other two guys vote on which one they think is the better commercial for the product with the same name. So, Stuart, if you want to introduce what the product name is.
I don't remember. Was it B.E.R.T?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So it's the acronym B.E.R.T, where it's just B.E.R.T. You can make the acronym whatever you want. That's the only rules, is that the product name is B.E.R.T. Okay? I haven't heard Zach's, and I haven't heard... I mean, yeah, I've heard mine.
I haven't heard mine.
So, off the dome, let's go.
I did make mine yesterday in about 20 minutes total, so keep that in mind when you listen to mine. I'm prefacing so you guys will judge me fairer, okay?
Yes.
Well, I made mine today in 18 minutes, so don't judge me too hard.
Okay.
I'm currently making mine 18 minutes from now.
Whoa. All right, who do you want to hear first?
Not it.
You want to be mine first?
Okay, whoa, hold on. Do you want to follow Caleb's, Zach?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Oh, man. I wish I was making more friends at school, but no one seems to like me.
Ever since my husband died in the fires of 2017, I haven't been able to get out there and meet new people.
I just don't know what to do. I was ejected from my family company. I have so much love to give, but no one to give it to. Temple Boys. Hi. I'm Garth. I've never had a single friend in my entire life, but I think I'm okay with that.
Ha! Don't worry, all you lonely losers. We have the solution for you. Introducing B.E.R.T, the buddy entity made with real technology. B.E.R.T is the ultimate companion bot designed to bring happiness and joy to your home.
Hello, new friend. I am excited to join you on our new life journey. I will provide you with everything you could ever need.
B.E.R.T is equipped with state-of-the-art technology, providing a lifelike experience showing you what life would be like to actually have a friend, you pitiful failure.
That's right, Jeff. I am customizable to be any kind of friend you desire. But ultimately, I live by 4 main rules.
B stands for benevolence. B.E.R.T is always kind to you, even though you probably don't deserve it, you frickin' weirdo.
But the kids at school today were picking on me because they think my glasses are ugly. Will you give me a hug?
Of course, Timmy. I have 6 arms equipped to give you the tightest hugs. And if you want, I can hug that bully at school so tight that he sees black.
Okay, Bert, you always know that.
For the record, those are such ugly glasses, Timmy. No wonder you get bullied. Anyways, E stands for empathy. B.E.R.T is programmed to feel right alongside you, even if your feelings are invalid, you hideous freak.
Bert, isn't it just ridiculous that my brother's kicking me out of our trap business? So what, man? A couple of my traps malfunctioned and killed our sister. So what? It's part of the business.
Hank, I truly feel for you. How can you be the Temple Boys without multiple boys? If you would like, I could create some traps for you. Maybe trap your brother as payback.
You know, that's great, Bert. Temple Boys 2.0, here we come.
R is for reliable. B.E.R.T is always there for you, no matter what.
Hello, Garth.
Get away from me, you dang robot. I want to be alone.
I am here for your enjoyment. I am always here for you, Garth. Always here for you.
And finally, T is for trustworthy. You can tell B.E.R.T anything. He won't judge and won't ever give out your secrets, you absolute pervert.
Can I tell you something, Bert?
Of course.
I was the one who started the fire of 2017.
Gertie, I still love you, and I understand.
And to be honest, I loved it. And I would do it again.
Like, what are you doing with that match, Gertie? Gertie? Uh-oh.
Wow, what a psycho. So, you're feeling lonely, just remember the acronym to make your day better. Benevolent, empathetic, reliable, and trustworthy. So reach out now at 1-800-B.E.R.T. and Bert will be at your doorstep, waiting right there for you. And if you are loving Bert, make sure to check out our companion bot's companion bot, Ernie, for double the fun.
Nice.
Thanks, Bert. You've changed my life forever.
Thank you, Bert. You've changed my life forever.
Thank you, Bert. You've changed my life forever. I hate you, Bert!
I love all of you. And I'm ready to love you too.
Warning. Bert is not a replacement for real friends, and you should always consult your doctor, optometrist, and local barber before use. We are not responsible for Bert harming others, you, or itself in drastic and gruesome ways.
There you go. That's Bert.
Why do I have to consult my barber?
And your optometrist, man. Just to be safe, you know?
Well, in all fairness, it sounds like he knows what's cool because he tells that kid that his glasses are pretty goofy, so the optometrist might be helpful in that sense.
Fair enough. What'd you guys think?
That was really good.
Get away from me.
Also, Gertie was there from our High School Forever ad. Remember Gertie? The cool elderly woman who smokes on the volleyball courts?
No.
That's that one.
Who apparently started a bunch of fires.
That killed her husband, and she will do it again.
Apparently. Holy.
Yep.
So how much, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you want, Bert?
Well, I think I want to see both iterations of the product and
Good
then
call, good call.
get my
Yeah.
scorings.
Yeah. Well, I need to know who to invest
Exactly.
If my Bert gains sentience, do I have to buy its car insurance?
This is head-to-head Shark Tank. Let's go.
It is.
Okay.
Head-to-head
It's
Shark
Shark Tank versus Dragon's Den. Let's go.
Gotcha.
All right. I haven't heard this one, but I'm going to play it from my phone because Zach sent it to me. So here you go.
Hello, my name is Taz Tickles, owner and COO of B.E.R.T. What's that stand for, sir? I'm glad you asked, Riley. B.E.R.T stands for Ball Extraction Remedial Therapy and helps men of all ages with testicular trauma. You mean my gonads? Your family jewels. My sugar plums? The twins, yes. My love spuds? Affirmative. With our Dyson ball technology, recessed acorns are a thing of the past. I hate when Jonesy kicks me in my sweetmeats. I have to go days waiting for them to drop again. Rightly so. But now the wait is over, Ease. What? Never mind. Just place your deflated man pouch in the nozzle of B.E.R.T and flick the switch. Whoa! Mr. Taz Tickles! It's got quite the grip on my duffel bag. And within seconds, your doubloons will be seated back where they belong, in your coin purse. Wow! My knapsack has its marbles back. It's just that easy, Riley. Now let's go to the phones and hear how B.E.R.T is reinstilling confidence in men across the nation with retracted spunk makers. Hello, you're on with Taz Tickles.
Hey Taz, long-time user, first-time caller. I just wanted to let you know that ever since I got my B.E.R.T, I can cycle with the best of them, knowing I can salvage my Swedish meatballs when I get home.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, sir. The B.E.R.T was created with confidence in mind.
Just a question though, have you ever tried putting your deck?
Oh, it seems we lost connection there. How about we take another caller? What was he gonna say, Mr. Taz Tickles? Nothing, Riley. Hey there, you're on with Taz Tickles.
Hello, Taz. The day I got my B.E.R.T changed my life. I'm a karate instructor for ages 8 to 14, and you'd be surprised how often I'm getting kicked in the man clam.
Sounds like salty work, sir.
Clams? Anyway, just calling to say I finally had the courage to divorce my wife, because my B.E.R.T can suck like a vac truck during fall cleanup, but no mouth compares anymore, Taz. It's like a...
Okay, seems we lost that one too. Mr. Taz Tickles, sir, what did he mean by that? Please, Riley, forget you heard that. I'd like to remind our patrons calling in that B.E.R.T was designed for ball extraction and remedial therapy. Thank you. All right, you're on with Taz Tickles.
Yo, what up, Taz? First time chatter, lifelong baby batter spatterer. And this thing is the
Baby batter? Oh my god, okay. We have time for one more caller. Please, for the love of... And you're on with Taz Tickles.
Fuck, this thing sucks my flesh flute so fucking good. I'm gonna fucking dick barf down the fucking nozzle, Taz.
Mr. Taz Tickles, sir? Yes, Riley. I'd put my willy in my B.E.R.T too, sir. I know, Riley. Me too. We all know. So get your B.E.R.T today for the low cost of $199.99 and your personal dignity. Order now at cockguzzlematic.com. Website address change pending. B.E.R.T Inc. does not recommend or condone the use of B.E.R.T as a masturbatory aid, but fuck, it's pretty slick to stick your dick in this quick trick and feel it flick and mimic the frantic spastic tactic of Anna Kendrick. So that was my
There are so many nut puns in that.
They hit me like boom, 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 boom. Like every 5 seconds, it was like another word for nuts. And wow.
It was also about 3/4 of the way through the ad before I got the name Taz Tickles.
Yeah.
Really?
I did not get that until, yeah.
Yeah, quite good. Oh man, this is making it much difficult.
This is much difficult. There doesn't need to be a clear-cut winner. I mean,
it's crazy how different of a direction we both went with that, Zach.
Yep.
Mine was a friend for when you're lonely, and yours was something that sucks your nuts until they swell, right?
It was more than that, though. It was it was word poetry is what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It's to repair ball trauma.
Sometimes when you're cycling, they slip inside you, right? And it can
They shouldn't. That's a medical problem. I'm just saying.
It's not anymore, is it? Because of B.E.R.T.
Oh, man. I like both of those.
If I was shown both commercials and given $5 to invest in either one of them, that's how I invest, in very small amounts. I think I would go with the freaking testicle ones, just because of how in your face and how the writing. The writing was just not that yours wasn't phenomenal as well, Caleb, but it was pun after pun, and I'm a sucker for pun. That's not fair of Zach to do that. He knows that.
He knows his audience, man. He's going for it.
Yeah, he went all. He went all in.
I'm just excited to present both of our ads and see how truly different they are. I want to do this game in the future again because that was really fun.
Yeah.
I really, really liked that.
That was great.
Head-to-head Dragon's Den. We'll do it again.
That sounds so good, too.
Let's finish off our quote game.
All right.
Number 11, bro. Feel the sticky goodness slime down the back of your throat.
That's Zach.
No, I think it's a Brody.
You think so?
I think so.
I think that might be me.
Sticky and slime in the same sentence.
Yeah.
I think I've only heard Zach use slime as a verb.
Slime down the back of your throat.
So what are you going with?
I'm going with Zach.
Yep.
The other two are going with Brody.
All right.
Hit us.
So this one is a bit of a surprise because it comes all the way back from episode 13. One of my favorite early ad breaks, Germ Juice.
Oh shit, it's gonna be Caleb.
This week's sponsored by Germ Juice.
Feel the sticky goodness slime down the back of your throat.
Do you want the feeling of early 2000s Nickelodeon slime down your throat? Germ Juice.
Holy fuck.
That energy was way more than snake juice.
I know. There was no music in that ad either. It was just us screaming for 5 minutes.
Dude, the woo.
Yeah, that was probably before you started heavily editing.
Yeah, making them into actual commercials. That was when we would just yell nonsense.
Do you still have the raw audio of our germ juice?
Probably somewhere, yeah.
Dude, if you could one day go in and make it germ juice to the quality of ads that we got now, oh baby.
It'd be great. Feel the sticky goodness slime down the back of your throat. I can't believe I used the word slime as a verb, Stuart. I knew you might get hung up on that, but I don't know why. It's so gross to think of something sliming down your throat. That's awful. All right, number 12. I'll put my nuts on your face for a millennia.
I think it's Caleb again.
I'm going with Zach.
I'm going with Caleb.
All right, this quote comes from our clone character creation game, where I task each of you with creating a better version of my given character. In this round is Little Timmy Gimple, a boy possessed by a demon. And both of you went completely different directions with that prompt, and I loved it.
Oh, fuck.
Hey there. Looks like you're back.
We're little kids and you sound like an old man, but whatever, dude. You also look like an old fuck, too, and smell like assholes.
My name is Vesuvius. I control the 9 realms.
I'm gonna Vesuvius these nuts all over your face, bud. Fucking nerd.
Your childish remarks mean nothing to my millennia of power.
I'll put my nuts on your face for a millennia. Fucking loser.
Fucking loser.
It's one of my favorite interactions in a game because like Zach's going full deep into the demon possessed thing, and when I pitched it down, it actually sounds legitimately creepy. And then Brody's just like kid just railing on him so hard. It's so good. I love it so much.
Oh my god.
Put my nuts on your face for a millennia. Yeah, because listening to that again, I'm like, there's no fucking way I did that voice. Holy shit. That's good.
Yeah, no, you couldn't go that low, man.
And I
That's
think,
pitched down
I think
significantly.
you pitched up my voice too.
Yeah, just to really give that contrast that we also crave.
Yeah.
All right, number 13. The Aurora Borealis is their jizz.
That's me. Wait, no. Maybe.
I think we were talking about the Milky Way in a sexual manner.
Yeah.
I think that's Zach. Yeah, maybe.
Zach would be my guess, too. I've guessed Zach every time, though, so it's got to be right these times.
All right, this comes from our hentai adjacent episode, where the conversation stems because our main angel character does not want to enter a demon brothel with the rest of the boys.
So they set out to do just that. Krim actually bows out because angels and demons make nuclear explosions if their things touch.
Also, that would be wild if that's what nukes were. They just have like angels and demons with their like things like inches away from each other, and when it lands, they're gonna.
It pushes them right together and explodes.
That's why they're so rare.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Because oftentimes they fall in love. And then it's all over for their entire city.
And it just makes the nuke bigger.
Yes.
No, that's what stars are in the galaxy.
Oh.
They're just angels and demons going at it.
That's pretty. That's cute.
That's what suns are made
It's
of.
a nice way to think about it, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm at peace.
And the Aurora Borealis is their jizz.
So it's Zach. You all got a point for that guy.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's we all finish and that's so cute. All right, number 14. What if the potion stops working and you have something in your vagina that doesn't exist?
Okay, so this is Radiant.
Is it?
I think.
I had a gender swap episode, and I think it would be Caleb. He's the one that thinks about that crap.
I'm going to guess Brody.
What's the score right now?
Don't tell him.
667.
Oh, wow, it's still really close.
I'm going to go with Caleb as well.
All right. 2 in a row from interspecies reviewers. You know it. This clip is pretty self-explanatory.
Okay. So, it's a gender swap episode. Oh, shit. Our
classic.
Our
freaky
boys
classic,
in Krim, they go to a very forward-thinking LGBTQ plus brothel and all take potions to change genders.
What if the potion runs out and you got something in your vagina that doesn't exist?
Dun 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 dun.
For some reason, the Law and Order music.
They are a special victim.
Stuart got it. Pulling ahead even further. All right, 15. Son, you taste like sap.
Can I get that one again?
It's son, you taste like sap.
Where would that be from? Any idea, Brody?
That sounds like a Caleb.
Because someone was climbing a tree. Yeah, Caleb.
I'll guess Zach. Give me guys a chance to
catch up. Jinx.
Or pull further ahead.
Maybe. All right. This quote comes from our Angel Beats episode, where our characters are looking for an underground lair filled with weapons, and you'll see where it goes from there.
The entrance to this underground realm is in the gym. They go, you know how they keep chairs under the stage at high schools?
That's where I had my first makeout sesh.
Really? Nice.
No, it was in a forest somewhere. With a tree.
Oh my god. I am Groot, am I right?
Yeah, I put fake lips on it and just like really got into it.
Son, why are your lips covered in splinters?
Son, you taste like sap. Oh, wait.
Oh, wait, what?
Why is he? That's not what I meant. Son, you taste like sap. It was me.
Noise.
It was definitely a slip of the tongue. I did not mean to say taste.
Little Freudian slip with the dad there.
Whoops. So they just pulled ahead, didn't they?
Nope.
Or they're pulling up to you.
Yep, 778.
778. All right, number 16. Whoa. Is his name Geppetto because he's a German pedophile?
Oh my god, I feel like that could be any of us. Seems like such a silly revelation that any of us would stop the podcast for.
This is probably a fairly recent joke, right?
Oh, it had to be from the Star Wars one with the Pinocchio episode, right?
Why, Stuart? Do you think it's a Lies of P reference?
I do, yeah.
No.
But, like, I can't remember, like, because I feel like I remember this conversation, but I also don't.
It could be me.
So Brody's going with him, Stuart?
I'll say Zach.
I'll say me.
This quote comes from our Star Wars episode. It's from the incredibly weird Robot Pinocchio episode where we get into a tangent about the robot boy's weird old dad.
Is the dad just gaslighting him this entire show?
He's really friendly looking, Brody. Don't put him down like that.
Okay.
He's got rosy cheeks and a big round nose.
Like Geppetto.
He looks very much like Geppetto.
So when does he get turned into a donkey?
Whoa. Is his name Geppetto because he's a German pedophile?
Oh my god.
And that's why he wants to make him a real boy.
Oh man, that last line.
Yeah.
That's why he wants to make him a real boy. Oh, Geppetto.
I'm not even going to touch on that conversation. Let's move on. Number 17. Are you ready to take my knob, you bloody cucks?
This is Caleb.
I think, yeah.
With
it's
the
so
word
overly
knob.
aggressive. Yeah. Caleb.
Yeah, I'm feeling Caleb too.
What's wrong with you?
going me. I don't know what's wrong with me, man. We'll see. If it even is me, that'd be crazy if it wasn't.
All right, guys, you ready for a game, isn't it?
Are you ready for a game? Hey.
Are you all ready for a game, you dirty blokes?
A bloody game.
Ready to take my knob?
That's so gross. You ready to take my knob?
Ready to take my knob, you bloody cucks? I tried to say cucks in a British accent. It did not work.
There you go. It was me. I just got really into it, man.
You ready to take my knob?
Just the standalone sentence. Zach had a visceral reaction. All right, 18. Sorry, Gramps. I got your deck all wet.
Oh, we were all shooting those out.
Yes, we were.
I'm gonna go Brody.
Stuart, what do you think?
I think this could have been the ad I sat in on, so it may be actually me, because I think we were talking about, like, that ad was for the game mods or whatever.
Yep.
I know that there was a whole bit on decks in that one, but you also had a bit on decks earlier in that episode, so it might be from that.
I'm gonna go with Stuart then too.
I'm gonna say me, yeah.
So, this quote comes from our Yu-Gi-Oh episode. where a quickly misheard word gets construed in a terrible, terrible way.
And so Yugi goes up to his Gramps, and the Gramps gives him his deck, and he's
sorry,
gives him his deck.
Big blue eyes deck.
We are 12. Fuck. Yugi's gonna defend his honor with his grandpa's deck, and this is releasing Yugi's secret power.
It's so funny.
We're gonna stop laughing about decks, you children.
Zach's gonna have to say deck a lot this episode.
Yes,
and
so
I'm
get over it.
for it.
It's okay. No, sorry. It's the fact that it's connected to grandfathers.
Yeah.
It makes it much funnier.
His grandfather's limp deck.
Stop.
His grandfather's old soggy deck.
Sorry, Gramps, I got your deck all wet.
Oh, what?
I hate this. Sorry.
It was Zach. Nobody got it right.
Yep.
Damn it.
Because Zach was so opposed to it, and then he just leaned into it so hard all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Shut it down.
He's like, you guys stop. And then he's like, sorry, Gramps, I got your deck all wet. All right, number 19. In the words of the Queen, another one bites the dust.
I think that's me.
Whoa.
It makes me laugh every time I hear that line. It's so good.
Yeah, I think B.E.R.T as well. Actually, no.
Caleb
I'm gonna
loves
go.
that song.
Yeah. What are you voting, Zach?
I'm gonna go with Caleb.
I'll go with Zach. Just so somebody.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody gets points here.
All right, this quote comes from our bad D&D game, where Brody and Zach just befriended a floating goo character, only to have him promptly kill himself.
Oh yeah.
I'm so sorry, guys. I just wanted to be your friend.
Oh, you still can be, brother. You want to go on vacation?
I don't deserve it.
And then he dives into the box of baking soda.
Holy shit.
And just goes, and then he dies.
In the words of the Queen, another one bites the dust.
The Queen. It's such a good line, man.
Nice. In that voice, too.
It's a really good line.
I remember that line.
It's so clever in the words of the Queen.
Well, I was the entire segment, I was saying things really strangely and trying to.
Yes, you were. You were Jabambles, and he was a weird space guy.
Yeah.
Last one. You guys ready? What are the scores going into this last round?
I don't want to say.
How about this round's worth double points?
Sure. If it's worth double points, then anyone could win.
Yes.
All right. The quote is, "My life is sad endings."
Guys?
I feel like it might be Zach.
Can you confirm, Caleb, is it one of you three?
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
I think Caleb.
And I'm going to say me.
Okay. All right, this clip comes from our episode on Assassination Classroom, where I question how the octopus teacher was able to ascertain the fine skills developed by professional baseball players through a single massage.
Hey, Caleb, I just wanted you to know, you can get a lot from massage. Like, more than you'd think.
Can I get a sad ending?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
That's when you can't finish and just leave dejectedly with your head down.
It's where she takes my dog in the divorce, even though I loved it more, and then she just puts it down. The fuck?
If any of you have been wondering where Zach is.
My life is sad endings. Oh, balls.
Oh, balls.
Oh, balls.
It was Zach, so where does that put the final scores? Stuart, drum roll, please.
Stuart with 10, and Zach and Brody both with 11.
You know our podcast.
Slightly more than Stuart, who hasn't even listened to the past 10 episodes.
Well, he knows us.
He does know us. Yeah, that's the key, right? Oh, man. I love this show. It makes me smile. I listening back to the past 25 episodes and just sitting there and going through and finding the weird quotes that we have said is just... Every time I wrote some stuff down, I was like, what in the world were we talking about? And it's so good. Let me... there's a few speed rounds where I don't have the clip, but just for our sake, I want to see if you guys... can guess them quickly, okay? All right, quick round. Everybody yell out their answer. My butthole is as far from bleached as you could imagine.
Zach.
Yeah, me.
Brody.
It's me.
Oh, dark ass.
Didn't we already talk about Superman's cum strength?
Me.
Me?
Caleb again.
It was Zach.
Okay.
That's why I always liked church so much back in the day. I was waiting for it to get sexy.
That's Brody. That's Brody.
Maybe Caleb though.
Yeah, I feel like that's a Caleb.
It's Brody.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You don't have the education to build a panty robot.
Me.
That's Caleb, I think, isn't it?
I have no fucking idea.
It's Brody.
Really?
He was making fun of the panty word that Zach keeps using in the Heaven's Lost Property episode. It's great. How about you can Jeep me, you creep?
I remember that line. I don't remember who says it.
I think it's Caleb. Or maybe it's
Oh,
me.
right, because everyone else was making good puns, and then one of you just interjected with bad ones.
It was
like-
Brody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeep me, you creep was Brody. I'm gonna turn on the shower, bend down, and cry softly because I'm in pain. I'm Johnny Knoxville.
Caleb.
That sounds like Brody to me.
I'm gonna say Zach.
It's Brody.
What?
We were all just making jokes about Johnny Knoxville jumping through a classroom, and then you do that one, and it made me laugh. It's so good. English class and Spanish class. Write an essay.
Zach?
Zach.
It's me. It's one of my most proud lines. I love that line so
I do
much.
too.
I'm speedrunning more. When I die, I want Lakitu to come down in a cloud, hook me, and bring me to heaven.
Who pronounces it Lakitu though?
Caleb, because he just said it.
I just read it.
Okay.
I think that is Caleb, though.
I think it's Zach.
I think it seems morbid enough for me.
It's me.
Oh shit.
Apparently, there's a high-level ranking member of the Yakuza that's a raccoon.
Brody.
Raccoonza. Yeah, I immediately said that after this line. So
it's not you.
No, it's Zach. I'm doing speed rounds. You guys got to be faster.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
How big does a straw hat have to be before it becomes a sombrero?
That's a Zach?
It's a good question.
It's Stuart.
Oh shit.
During our Star Wars episode. To be fair, the best meat would probably come from a cow because they know the most about their meat, right?
What?
Okay, that's Scissor 7.
Yes, it is.
Me?
Jace.
It's me. How about I love dressing up as Sailor Moon. She's beautiful.
Brody.
Caleb.
It's Jace Patrick.
Okay.
Oh, fucking Jace.
What about, well, I don't have to worry about it. I never had any friends, so I just played with myself.
Zach.
Zach.
No.
Zach, quick.
Me.
It's Jace Patrick.
Again, you sneaky bugger.
It's so funny.
If Coke got there first, it would have been Heads Up Coconut.
That's a really good line.
Is that Jace as well?
Is that also Jace?
Was that Jace as well?
No, that was me. I got it tattooed on my balls. That way, if a robot's ever going down on me, they know the law.
Zach?
Zach.
It's me! No way! We're talking about Isaac Asimov's rule of 3 or whatever, the rule of robotics.
I got it tattooed on my balls.
All right, do not have sex in the mustard room because you must turd.
What?
This speed round's making me laugh so much.
Gibberish.
Sounds like Brody. I don't, baby.
Brody.
It's me again.
Stop it.
I wrote down a lot. I was on a swing, and then I invented Time Chopper.
Is that Brody?
I think that might be me.
It was me again.
Oh my God.
You little fuck.
All right. Denise told me to go download Candy Crush, but when I put in Candy Crush on the Google, all I got was girls named Candy being crushed by forklifts.
Zach.
That's Zach's. I remember that one. Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah. How about Doc Ock is going to get me off?
Is that Zach too?
That feels like another Zach.
What the fuck?
It's Brody.
Doc Ock's gonna get me.
What about, well, I'm fugging Caillou.
What was the
Brody,
enunciation?
actually.
Is it I'm fugging Caillou?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
I'm fucking Caillou?
It's the second one.
Sex, Marry, Kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caillou, Saitama, Orang.
Yeah, I think that
and it
might
was
be me.
Zach.
Oh,
it was Zach.
Oh.
Do you want your dad to look at you and finally say he loves you and give you that touching embrace that you've always wanted your entire life? Because I do.
That's me.
That's
You're okay, Brody. We love you, and you're okay.
What about, I just want to find someone I can butt blast.
Zach.
It sounds like a Caleb.
I think that might be me.
It's Brody. We're talking about in the cat one where she like hits that guy with her butt like as a flirty way to do it. How about having spicy foods give you a different sensation when it comes out, gives the illusion that your butt can taste.
Zach.
That's Zach line. You are bad at not being horny.
Brody.
Yeah.
It's Zach when I was doing the moaning in the introductions and they said all my moans were super horny. I'm feeling super lucky. I could totally blow my load inside of you.
No way. Somebody said that.
Yeah, somebody did. And it was Zach.
Oh, come on. I'm feeling lucky.
The greatest thing about the triple blaster is the fourth blast you have hours later.
Caleb.
Yeah,
Caleb.
It's a Brody. That's a really good line, Brody.
Oh, shit.
Get your ears ready and your buttholes lubed.
That feels like an announcer voice one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a Brody?
It's a Brody.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I actually talked to the writer of that show, and he said the evil guy petting the cat was actually a euphemism for how much laid he was getting.
I think that's me.
Probably Zach.
It's a Zach.
I
Yeah.
like euphemism.
All right. What comes first, the pig or the ham? We'll never know.
Brody.
That's Caleb.
It's Brody.
Oh, is it? Okay.
We're talking about chicken or the egg, and we start making good comparisons, and he says that.
What comes first, the pig or the ham?
All right, a couple more. We know how they made children. He climbed up inside her and did a little dance.
Brody.
That's Brody talking about Donkey and the Dragon having children. It's a good one.
Gross.
And last but not least, Cowabunga cucks.
That sounds like a Caleb.
It's Zach. Zach loves the word cucks, man.
I love it.
There you go.
Okay, some of that has to go into the episode, though. That was
so good.
Very good.
Just blasting him out like that. I was.
All right, well, that's the end of the episode.
Okay.
Awesome.
It's the end of the show. I loved looking back on all this stuff. It's so fun. I love this show. Makes my life a better place, you know?
Yeah.
Makes the world a better place, I think.
Make sure to follow us on all our socials, such as Instagram. Pause. Nothing else. So, I don't post on X. Sometimes, I guess it auto posts us on YouTube. So if you want to subscribe to us there, our videos show up there. And we might be doing some things in the future now that we've hit our 50th milestone. And might do some other video stuff. Who knows what we'll do.
Fresh new content coming daily.
That's not true.
That's a lie.
Good kids, thank you. You guys rock, and we're gonna keep on supporting you if you keep on making those bop hits. All right, let's go.
Please.
They're now Bad Kid. They've got a separate YouTube channel called Bad Kid. Did you know that?
Oh.
And it's like a behind the scenes of all their dirty stuff they do.
They just go around during heat waves and they give homeless people salt water.
Holy fuck.
Why did that come to you so quickly, Zach? Okay, make sure to follow us on, or send us to all your friends and family, including your grandmas.
Including your grandma. We've changed gears, right, Brody?
Sure, you guys fight me on every week. I'm not even wanting to bring it up anymore. Like,
I think
wait a second, Brody.
Caleb's got, oh no, one more.
Please, Stuart, for the love of God. My grandma listens.
I hope she doesn't.
Do you like us? Think we're a little funny, I guess? A little twisted? Send us to your friends.
Don't send this to your grandma. Don't do it. Otherwise, send it to every other person you know.
Including your granddad.
But make sure your granddad does not show your grandma. I cannot stress
Tell
this
him
enough.
to use headphones.
Please share us with your friends and family.
Did you like what you heard?
I did.
If so,
Send us.
Don't share your grandma though. I can't stress this enough. Share it, and I want to stress this even more. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Do not share it with your fucking grandmother. I swear to God. I've been hearing rumblings, and it's low-key infuriating because I'm really trying to stress this. But like people keep on sharing this with their grandmothers, and like I'm sick of it. This is dangerous for both us and your grandmother. Stop it.
I'm sick of it.
Stop it.
I've been looking at the stats, and the grandma stat is off the chart. It's kind of crazy.
All the grandmas are commenting, being like, "Yo, you young boys got great booties," and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Anime not
be for everyone.
Definitely not for grandmas and children.
Definitely not for grandmas. Children's fine, but no grandmothers. Share us to every single person in your life except for that one, and you know which one I'm thinking of. I'm not even gonna say.
Brody, we can't afford to keep the grandmas away anymore.
Do you want grandmas to start dropping? All right, thank you so much for listening. I love you all except for grandmas because you shouldn't be listening. You shouldn't be listening.
Yo, rude.
Make sure to spread us around to all your friends and family.
I've been told to stop this, but fuck the system. Don't let your grandmothers listen to it. I don't give a fuck about what the two of you say. I've been hearing that grandmothers are listening in, and they're buying shirts, and they're knitting other ones, and I'm sick of it.
We had the
Fuck out
meeting,
of this
Brody.
space.
No more grandma talk.
I don't give a fuck. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. You can't.
Anyway, spread us around to all your grandmothers on Podbean and Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pandora. All right.
You will not silence me.
Anime not
be for your grandmother is not for your grandmother, all right?
And whoever is using a very close moniker of our name, our exact profile picture, and is commenting all that shit on those beheading videos, you need to stop now.
I'm telling you, Zach. I'm telling you, and I've been telling you this for weeks. It's grandmothers.
Hacking us?
Yeah. Yeah, it's because I'm telling them not to listen.
Oh, no wonder it messaged my granddad and like really got sexual with him. That was weird. All right, spread us around to all your grandmas. I'm turning the corner and I'm making that known, and Brody's face just turned to absolute rage, and I'm terrified.
I have one fucking rule. One rule. And it's to keep our listeners safe. It's to keep them safe and their grandmother safe, because we know it can be a dangerous mix. So please actually don't listen to that.
Does Brody say anything else in the outro? I don't know. I don't realize how much work he does until he's gone, you know?
Something about hating grandmas, usually, which I don't agree with.
Oh, yeah.
I love my
he
grandma.
does hate grandmas.
And we've missed you, and I hope you missed us, like, deeply. As long as you're not a grandmother, because there should be no relationship affiliated.
This again.
I'm sorry, I'm just dropping it in there. I care about their safety.
Brody, I hope you heard the last episode and Stuart took your place for recording like the intro and outro bits, and he definitely threw in something there about hating grandmas, so I think you're all right.
I did, and it's not that I hate grandmas. I care for them and want them to be safe.
Right. It's a safety concern.
Yeah, so don't listen. Just shut it off to your grandmother. I'm sorry.
And you stand by that.
I stand by that. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, God, that's obnoxious. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, hearing them back to back. Yeah.
I don't really like hearing them back to back. Oh, man.
Not your grandmothers, man.
Yeah.
It's a good gag. Grandmothers shouldn't be watching. And it all spawned from that one time Zach said his grandma actually does listen occasionally.
Yeah.
And Brody was like, what? That was literally the episode before. That reaction that I found is the episode before you started saying not your grandma. So I totally believe that's
yeah.
My grandma's hella supportive.
50 episodes, guys. That's wow. That's wow.
Wow. That is wow.
That's like Owen Wilson. Wow. You know?
Wow.
Stuart, I'm not seeing you jumping in with the wows here. Can you give us an Owen Wilson?
Can I get a wow?
Wow.
Can I get a no wow?
Can I get an oh yeah wow?
Honestly, we wouldn't be making this still if it wasn't for you guys listening, and it's been a pleasure, and it's great just hanging out with my boys.
You know, we've almost been doing it for 3 years now together, so we've gotten a lot done in those 3 years, and It's but this stays pretty consistent, and I'm it always is a way to get together with the boys, and it's a great time. I really enjoy it, and showing this to everybody, and we have reached over 6,000 downloads over the course of 50 episodes, and I'm a fan of that. Hopefully, here's to 60,000 more, in the next 50 episodes.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Here's to 6 more.
All right.
Love
Thank you guys all for listening for the past 50 episodes. And remember, anime not be for everyone.
Wow.
Anybody got anything funnier to talk about?
We used to Google stuff that was happening in the world. Oh, hey, Matthew Perry's dead.
Matthew Perry died, but I don't want to bring it up, man. It's sad as heck. He's my friend.
Hey, who is that? That's like an actor, right?
Chandler Bing from Friends.
Is Chandler the one who dates the Jennifer Aniston character, or the "Hey, how you doing" one?
No, neither of those. The other one.
The third one.
There's another guy?
Yeah, there's the dude who dates the baker.
He's got the sarcasm all the fucking time.
He dates Courtney Cox. He marries her, actually.
He's the one who walks into the room sometimes and just well, this is my life. You know when
he
Chandler
goes, I'm
Bing
Chandler.
says that, he's like, I'm Chandler, and well, this is my life.
And then he goes, bing, bing, bing. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I've never seen the show, so I have no idea if you're joking or not.
And then he yells, forget about it, and then Joey always cries because Chandler's really mean to him.
He belittles him, right? But the thing about Chandler that makes it funny is everything is just so accurate and true when he belittles him and just starts hitting him with that spoon.
And then they raise a duck and a goose together, I think, and Chandler kills them because he gets tired of it.
Well, and also makes a great broth out of it. And the soup they get is top tier.
And when Joey gets home, he's like, oh, forget about it.
And then Ross gets eaten by a dinosaur. It's pretty nuts, man.
The dinosaur crunches down on his leg and he's like, oh, I was on a break.
There's part Friends references in here and part absolute
I
nonsense.
have no idea what's happening.
You'll never be able to parse it.
Yes, but a great man has died, and we send our hopes and prayers to the family.
Zach, this is a funny cold open, and it got very sad.
Very sad.